Good evening, everyone. Welcome to People Without Pants. As you can see from my username, I am yet again banned from Twitter, yet again with no explanation.
As you can see from my name is President Brian Boitano, as in the person who will be winning our presidential fight brackets, the thing that Larry forgot about. But
I did
that's
not
okay,
forget about
folks.
it.
No, so rather, like that one child of the crackheads in Breaking Bad, he was not forgotten. He was just neglected and put to the corner while I go and try to open up this ATM. Tucker! Tucker. Yes, I know those are two different crackheads, but I still just can't help. Can't help but do the vocal stuff.
Five.
What was your favorite vocal stip from Breaking Bad?
Sorry, 1 second. I think
Uh,
this bracket has all the presidents.
yeah. See all these things. Unfortunate.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna do a
Doesn't
different
have
search.
Brian
But I
Boitano.
actually, I actually did have a question for you because I was just pondering it.
Sure.
I know I could probably answer what your favorite TV show of all time is. What's your favorite currently running TV show?
Uh, I'm gonna assume we're not taking like cheat answers where it's like, well, technically they didn't cancel this.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the problem because I was thinking of my answer, and it's like, well, in the age of streaming where the show comes out all at once every 3 years, what counts as currently running?
Well, that's what I mean.
Let's say show that consistently puts a new season out every year.
Uh, I mean, as I have a very high IQ, I love me some Rick and Morty.
I do love me some Rick and Morty.
So you also have a high IQ.
See, Rick and Morty is tough because it's like many other things, it's been ruined by its fan base, but the actual product is good.
I mean, it every week I talk more and more about the fucking Rorschach Club,
Seriously.
and a great member is Rick Sanchez, who is not necessarily a villain, but is not a good being, and is misunderstood by most of the audience. But that's okay, because you know who doesn't misunderstand him
Who's that?
and who writes him.
True.
Dan Harmon is consistently fucking. Sorry, I got something on my pocket. I'm gross. Um, but fucking Dan Harmon is consistently showing he knows what's best for the show. I do find it really funny. Like, I forget the exact interview, but it was like years and years ago, where like the people were still trying to drag out Rick's backstory from him, and he's like, "Don't do this,
Yeah, when
please."
they finally did it, Rick even says, "All right, now everyone shut up about it."
Well, yeah, because that's Dan's biz. He's like, "Well, you don't want to do this." It's like the allure of a thing is oftentimes better than the thing itself.
Yeah.
And the mystique of a thing is oftentimes better than what you'll fucking get.
But yeah, I mean, like, not that I mind Rick's backstory being a little more explicit because what they gave us kind of fits, but there are definitely times where the mystery was better than whatever the answer winds up being.
Well, the answer ended up being great. I think it's more before this most recent season, I would have said he's struggling because of the exact problems he knew that was going to happen, which was you do the story, and then now what do you have? You have like a hole where all that shit used to be, where it was like, when's it gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Who knows? But I'm very happy to say after watching the most recent season finale, actually, what were your thoughts on the season finale? We don't really talk Rick and Morty much here because we're scared of seeming like fucking plebes. We should just do it.
True. Um, Honestly, I forgot it was the finale until I clicked on it because, like, the previous week's promo didn't call it the finale like it usually does. It just says on the next episode. So I was like, oh, are they finally expanding past 10 episodes like they promised? But they weren't. I liked it.
Do you notice anything interesting about it? Don't just say you liked it. Give like commentary. Fuck's sake.
Well, I'm trying to remember. The problem with watching them all so close together is I forget which one was the finale.
Well, you can tell because it's story impacting.
Yeah, let me fucking remind myself of the whole thing.
This fucking guy.
Well, I just need like a second of the synopsis and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that episode.
Yard sale, Portal Jr.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that because I couldn't remember if that was 9 or 10. So
Well,
yeah,
it seems like you don't know how it's impacted the story. You're not sure which one.
Okay. How did it impact the story then?
What? Well, do you not see anything interesting here?
I mean, the Morty having more independence, the whole Mr. Poopy Butthole thing at the end, like
Okay,
the relationship between Rick and Morty, like.
So do you remember which Morty our Morty
is? Is he C-137? I know Rick is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that's because what?
He's Morty Prime.
Yeah, right.
C-137 showed up to Prime Universe. I was just like, go show up. I would just fucking hang out with his fucking family till he shows up. And granted, he was drunk as shit when he thought that, and then just other shit happens. But so our Morty should be the Morty of the Rick that ruined our Rick's life.
Yeah.
Our Morty is the Morty of the Rick who showed up, gave portal travel to a Rick, ruined everything that was nice for him, and then left. Do we see anything familiar here?
That's not dissimilar to what Morty did with our Morty. What the other Morty did with our Morty.
Our Morty fucking like went and did a very Rick Prime ass thing.
Yeah, which explains why he and Rick kind of like make amends again at the end of the episode because he's starting to become a little more like Rick.
Well, he's becoming like C-137 in that. So me and my buddy were going back and forth on this because he was like, well, he's just a pure parallel to Rick Prime, and I'm like, he's more of a foil.
Yeah.
Because I think it's interesting that Rick Prime makes a bubble around himself. He's like, all right, I'm so upset that my Diane dies. I'm just ruining Diane's for everyone. Everyone's getting their Diane gone. Also, I'm really pissed off and I'm just fucking with a lot of Rick's lives. Shit's gonna be terrible. Fuck everyone except me. I don't care about my Morty. I don't care about nothing. Now, Morty Prime is out here like, I don't care about nothing except me, my grandpa, and my sister, and my mom, and my dad, and my space mom. Well, maybe not my dad.
Hey, Jerry's got a job now. He's contributing to the household again.
Don't forget what Morty says when he has no empathy switch on. We can get a new dad.
Well, he can get a new one of all of them, really, because that is kind of how the multiverse works.
Well, no, I bring this up because it's interesting. Because he didn't say, Summer, I can get a new one of you. He said,
True.
We can get a new dad.
Yeah.
So his empathy switch is off. Because the bubble he's drawing is just larger.
True.
So it's interesting because like he ain't great, but he's not the worst.
I just kind of reminded myself, apparently Beth's job pays like really well because
Yeah.
Jerry's been unemployed since like season 1.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw out here. I don't know who was running what show at what time. When the solar opposites have the diamond machine over in the corner,
Yeah.
and when they're just like money, I really feel like that is a joke about like how anyone does anything in these cartoons.
Yeah, true. I mean, the reason why I'm thinking of it is just because Beth doesn't seem to give a shit that Jerry's unemployed. So it's like, all right, well, clearly their finances aren't getting fucked up by his lack of employment.
Well, his lack of employment came after Rick came back.
No, I know, but he's been unemployed since like late season 1.
Well, yeah, no, what I'm saying is like once Rick came back, he probably was just like, here's infinite money.
Yeah, maybe. Then again, I mean, Beth is like a heart surgeon for horses, granted, but like she's a veterinary emergency surgeon. I imagine that like she gets a half decent fucking salary.
I mean, yeah, I just don't think that like she's thinking to herself, I'm financially supporting Jerry. I don't think that's how her head's working.
I could see that being an element of the bitterness between them.
See, I think the bit is more he's just non-productive. It's not even that we need it, but what the fuck are you doing as a man, Jerry?
That's true. Also, how the fuck did Beth go to like med school and shit with children? Like, goddamn, she's tough as nails. Like, even more than I thought.
Well, I think that's the point is she was going to be a normal surgeon, but she had kids and got knocked up. So she had to, she could only pull off being a horse surgeon. I think that's the joke.
She had to settle for the equally difficult, probably pays a
Yes.
similar amount career.
Yes. Yes, that's yes.
I mean, there's the episode where Rick said that like she had to settle, but I mean that is Rick saying that, you know.
I mean, I hate to say it. What's Space Beth up to when not tied down by Jerry?
Better things, at least ostensibly. I'm
More
surprised they gave the
impactful
spinoff to
things.
fucking President Curtis and not to Space Beth, honestly.
No, you're tripping. I think the President Curtis spinoff made perfect sense.
Oh, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that Space Beth is just fucking spin-off bait right there. Maybe that's why they don't do it. Maybe it's too obvious.
Hear me out. Do you remember when Cleveland spun off?
I do. For better
And
or worse.
Okay, I'm gonna pitch something here. Who do you think's a better character on Family Guy, Cleveland or Joe?
Cleveland. Well, I don't know. On Family Guy, maybe Joe.
You're fucking what?
If we restrict it to just Family Guy, maybe Joe is more entertaining. But if we include Cleveland Show, that just gave Cleveland more depth because it had to, you know?
Well, I guess my point is like Cleveland is too necessary to Family Guy that his spinoff didn't work. Because like a big part of Cleveland works in chemistry with Peter.
Yeah, and that's kind of why
inherently is dumb.
Yeah, like, on his own show, he turned a lot more into Peter as a result.
Because a spin-off character needs to be like not too close to the main character. That like one, you're not feeling a giant loss when they leave, and two, them without the other person doesn't feel like a giant loss. So
well, we're getting a fucking Stewie spin-off apparently. So I don't know. I guess they decided that doesn't matter.
Well, if you think about it, all the Stewie storylines have been separate from everyone else's storylines for fucking years.
Yeah, true.
That's a little different from like I'm saying. Like if you have a Space Beth spinoff, you can't have Rick or Morty in it. You can't have normal Beth. You can't have Jerry. You can't have any of the characters that we know how to define Space Beth by. What you want to see fucking Space Beth, Squanchy, and fucking Gearhead go and fight another war? Is that what you really want to watch?
Well, I didn't. To be clear, I didn't say doing a Space Beth spinoff was a good idea. I'm just shocked they haven't proposed it. Oh, hell, maybe they have proposed it and shot it down. I don't know.
Well, dude, the President Curtis show, think about it. They go, X-Files, but Rick and Morty, and, I don't know.
Is Keith David available? Call him.
Yeah, literally, like, is Keith David available? And they're like, yeah, that works. X-Files, Rick and Morty, Keith David. Tell me that's not the entire fucking show.
That is true.
That wrote itself. That's too easy.
Keith David's got his fucking pay rate, and if you can pay it, he'll show up, and it doesn't matter what caliber of project it is.
Bro, he will. A very shitty song with the most enthusiasm. And like, for years I've had to explain to people that "Loser Baby" is not a good song just because Keith David is a great singer, and that's not a good project just because it's there. I'm sorry, bro. You could have done a better song about a crack whore. I'm not against songs about crack whores, but that's a weak ass song about a crack whore.
To circle back to my initial question that started this, I'm looking at my own TV schedule of like all the currently running shows that I watch.
I mean, are we counting Pluribus?
What?
Do we count Pluribus?
Well, that's the question that I'm fucking wrestling with, because if we do, then Pluribus is pretty unambiguously my favorite, but Pluribus is more of a once every other year event show than it is like a reliably puts out episodes every year type of show.
I mean, I can say Severance.
I haven't seen that, but
I mean, it's fire.
I've heard it is. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I like Daredevil Born Again a lot. I like X-Men 97 a lot, though that comes out maybe every couple of years, not every single year.
I feel like that just had a second season. That does not count.
Well, it currently has one running right now.
Yeah, that is not recurring at all. That's like happened twice. Ain't it nice?
Yeah, it depends how long a gap till the next season, because if they can put the next season out next year or whatever, it's like, all right, I can have faith that they'll consistently put one out every year. It doesn't have to be literally every year, just like some degree of consistency. The Pit puts out a new season every year.
How about InfoWars?
I only recently has InfoWars become watchable due to the ownership change. So.
But listen, well, to be fair, it's still doing the same kind of thing Alex Jones knows and loves. Fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, it just knows that it's a joke now.
It's just in on the joke. It's just in on the fun.
By the way, speaking of TV, two things worth mentioning. One, I forgot about this, but Batman Caped Crusader comes back tomorrow.
Which one's that one?
That's the like recent animated Batman on Amazon that's like all shit. 40s noir.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. And also tragically and ironically for today, fucking despite the fact that they renewed it for season 2, they unrenewed Wonder Man.
Oh no.
Which honestly might be for the best. What?
I just had a crazy realization. Can you give me 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know what the crazy realization is, but I'm excited to find out. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm so thirsty. Yeah, I'm looking at my TV schedule and, like, see, the problem is I leave something on until I get, like, some degree of confirmation that it's canceled, which means there's some stuff on here that stays for, like, 2 years with no word because of how fucking TV works now. Like, Dune Prophecy hasn't been on since, like, the end of 24, but I know there's another season coming, so I have to leave it on the fucking list.
Prophesize these nuts.
True. Dune Prophecy is fucking good, though.
I realized I was reading the wrong Dune book, hilariously.
What do you mean?
So, like, just because I had grabbed, like, a pack, and so, like, just because of how naming conventions work and shit. The one I had started was Dune: The Balerian Jihad.
Oh, that explains why you were referencing shit I didn't remember.
Yeah, yeah, but it all worked out because like it's super backstory from 10,000 years before that like we talked about in myth and rumor anyway. I did
Yeah,
switch to the actual book, but it's all good.
I've only read the original Frank Herbert ones. I have the first couple that his son wrote, but I haven't read them yet. I've heard, shall we say, mixed things about the ones his son wrote. I've heard some people really like them and other people fucking despise them.
I mean, it's obviously written with a different tones. It's a different fucking guy, but like,
Yeah. I think that's really what the problem is.
well, yeah, but see, I've got such mixed feelings because like such a different tone was written by such a different guy. But with shit like this, I don't mind if it's written necessarily by a different person, as long as there was plans and like apparently the dude had detailed notes left.
Yeah, well, that's what kicked off the Brian Herbert ones was that he was cleaning out his dad's office after he died, and he found all his like unused concepts and world building notes and everything, and realized I'm sure the money helped too, and he realized, oh shit, there's enough shit here to like actually spin off the series.
I feel like that is I'm okay with that because it's not just like aiming from nowhere.
Yeah,
Especially with a series where like I bring this up a lot. When such fucking time has passed, there really is no one focal voice, folks. This ain't a movie.
true.
So like that's okay.
It
Like switch up.
two of the ones he did in like the mid 2000s, I forget what they're called, but there's like two of them that form a little duology together.
A
Those
duology.
ones are yes, exactly. Those ones are supposedly because those are the ones that are sequels to the Frank Herbert ones and not like prequels or whatever. Supposedly those two are at least somewhat based on what he was going to write for Dune 7 because he was planning to keep writing and then he fucking died.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't
did
know
find
how
it funny like
accurate
I
that
started
is.
on Dune 10 apparently.
What'd you say?
But yeah, apparently I started on like Dune 10.
Yeah, in terms of release order, though I think in terms of chronology, that was probably the earliest
The first
chronological
one,
one.
yeah.
The Dune Prophecy show, I don't know if it's based on that one in particular, but I know that while a lot of it is original, some of it is taken from the Brian Herbert books, like certain characters and story details and shit. So I don't know which ones, but I know that they were well adapted in the show.
Okay.
Also, well, the show takes place like 10,000 years before the movies, so it's only like a century or so since the end of the robot war, so it's still like pretty fresh in people's memories.
Real talk, I think I'm reading the ones that aren't his son. It's another guy.
Well, his son co-writes them with Kevin J. Anderson.
So that's what it was. But
Yeah.
like that, this is the Robot War.
Yeah, that was later. And they adapt like a scene or two of the robot war in Dune Prophecy and flashback, but it's mostly like the century following. But it's close enough in people's memories that occasionally the technology can still be found. Like a kid actually, like one of the spoiled rich kids of one of the dignitaries at like some fancy party causes a big scene because he pulls out a little like robotic kind of centipede toy thing because like he's a kid, he doesn't understand that how dangerous that tech is, and he's just like a spoiled rich kid, so he's like, oh, it's a cool little robot toy, whatever, and then he pulls it out and everyone's like, yo, what the fuck.
Just start swinging on the kid.
Well,
Simon!
it's funny you say that because something somewhat similar does happen for unrelated reasons.
Guarantee me that's not a fucking Cymac, and I'll let it go.
Sorry, I'm just. Oh, Alien Earth. That's another fucking show that. Though I don't know how consistently they'll put seasons out for it, so it's hard to put it on the favorites list yet. Because like even if there's like a 2 year gap every time, if they can put it out with a degree of consistency, I can still be like, all right, sometimes shit takes a while to shoot, all that.
Listen, I'll talk to old man. I understand it takes a while to shoot, but I
Hey, it took
young
me a
kids
while to
don't
shoot when I was fucking 14, so
because you didn't know how to stroke him. But
no, it's because I believed in edging myself as training, so I wouldn't fucking last 3 seconds the first time a girl touched my wiener.
what, you fucking watched American Pie and you wanted to be the Buddhist kid?
Not that seriously, but like I don't want to. All right, at the risk of
You
getting old,
outright say no, though.
yeah, like I don't want to fucking get the whole thing out in 30 seconds. I want to like savor it a little. Like not forever, but 10, 15, 20 minutes, I want to jack off long enough that I could have watched like one episode of My Adventures with Superman during that time.
Just there's so many levels of like, bro. You don't. Oh, I'm not teaching you sex on this podcast. We're not doing.
I love saying things that can disturb Nick because it takes a lot to disturb him.
It's not disturbed as much. It's like, where do I even begin?
I like
You
to
need
favor
a
my
class
faps.
like you appeal.
I like to savor my faps, man. Sorry. Like I'm not. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize.
Savor my flaps.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What is the name of mythology? Like,
so you want to talk about Spider-Man first or Presidents first?
Spider-Man? What's up with Spider-Man?
I saw the new movie today. Here, I'll put it
But
on
I
screen.
didn't see it. I haven't seen it. What do you mean I want to talk Spooder-Dooder? I haven't seen it.
Well, I won't spoil, but like, you want my basic thoughts?
I mean, it feels like I'll just be like, what happened? And you'll be like, it was good. And I'll be like, I don't like Tom Holland. And you'll be like, it was good.
Well, let me. I mean, you're not wrong, but so it was good. It wasn't a fucking masterpiece, but it was pretty good. And the thing you don't like about Tom Holland wasn't really in this movie.
But it's still built on the backs of this shit.
I mean, yeah, but like, it was a lot closer to what a quote unquote normal Spider-Man story feels like than any of the previous MCU versions of him.
Did he build a single fucking thing?
Yeah, multiple times. He builds all his own shit now. He doesn't have Iron Man's tech anymore.
Yeah, but see, where do you get the knowledge how to build it?
Well, one of the things that was plot relevant, he goes to get some scientific consultation to learn how to build it. But as for his normal Spidey gear, he's just building it out of the stuff he has,
I don't know, because it's Tom Holland.
I mean, it's a little more high tech than we've seen before, just because of the nature of this big fucking high tech Marvel world. But like, no, he's still fucking stitching that suit together himself. Like that suit has wrinkles and shit in it when he moves funny now, so you can tell that it's made of like real cloth. There's no like, he doesn't have fucking Doc Ock spider pincers come out. Like he pretty much just has like the web shooters with one or two additional little things.
He's in a shitty Miles Morales starter suit because God forbid he ever built up any skills.
No, he's not in a shitty Miles Morales starter suit. He's just in a suit he had to actually make. I'd compare it.
Like talk, though.
Well, sort of, but like I compare its tech level to like what he's got in the recent PlayStation Spider-Man games. Like he's got a HUD in there, and he's got like a Bluetooth connection to his phone, and like one or two gadgets, but it's still mostly like swinging and shooting webs.
Yeah, but okay. Let me remind you that video game Spider-Man went out of his way to be like, Miles, I'm doing trigonometry and aeronautics and fucking weather calculations all while traveling at 100 miles per hour and beating the shit out of people. So put some respect on my name. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Holland's doing that.
He kind of is, actually. I mean, he doesn't have a Miles yet, of course, just because it's not far enough into the timeline, but
I would literally be offended if he got a Miles. I don't think it's racist.
true. Well, we do know from the first one of these that Miles does canonically exist. We know that, but timeline-wise, he'd still be like a child at this point.
Is it that he exists like in like an old Sam Raimi Spider-Man? He exists.
No, like they confirmed that he exists.
Okay, but like because about the nature of comics work, Miles exists, or a Miles that will be relevant to us exists.
Presumably, at some point, he'll be relevant.
Like superhero wise, like he's not just like a guy.
Well, at this point in the timeline, he'd still be like 9 years old. So at this point, he is just a guy. But
well, sure, but like assuming we fast forward the timeline,
at some point, he, especially because Tom Holland is lobbying hard for it, at some point they will do something with Miles.
Tom Holland wants a Miles.
Well, not like now, but he wants to someday pass the torch to Miles Morales.
He's not old enough to get a Miles.
No, that's what I said. Not he explicitly said not now, but at some point in the future, it will be appropriate to bring in Miles.
No. Listen, that slick motherfucker thinks I'm not hearing in between the lines. I don't want you playing Spider-Man for 20 years, you British bastard.
Well, he probably won't play it for 20.
Colonizer cunt.
He'll probably do like another 5 to 10. I don't know.
He's already played Spider-Man for too long. I want new Spider-Man. But like, he's not going to exist as Spider-Man long enough that he is relevant for a Miles Morales conversation, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, so I won't spoil anything, but in this movie's universe, Spider-Man is very high profile now, like within New York City.
Sure.
But
I don't know how that's relevant.
What'd you say?
I don't know how that's relevant.
Well, like, my point is that a kid could be inspired to be Spider-Man by the shit he does, right?
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, to have a good Miles Peter thing, Peter's got to be like a mentor. And like, this Peter is literally a mentee baby. Like, this Peter is like baby's first steps. Like,
well, yeah, and in like 10 years, when he's the right age to be a mentor, that's when they do the Miles thing.
He's already been playing Peter for like how many years?
Well, in real life years or in movie years?
In real life years.
In real life years, it's been close to 10.
Okay. I'm going to be real with you. It's going to take at least 10 more real life years to get to the story point we're talking about. Yeah. I am not spending 10 more real life fucking years with Tom Holland as my Spider-Man, damn it. This ain't right. Precedent gets to change every 4 years, and I just have to keep listening to people acting like Tom Holland is good forever and ever in this imperial ass fucking regime.
Then don't watch the movies, motherfucker. What do you want from me?
I want you to give me a new Spider-Man.
I'm not in charge of that. If I was, you think you fucking still be dealing with the one more day bullshit in the comics?
I think maybe you could be in 10 years if you put your fucking foot on it. Yeah, that's right. So take the ambition and the insult to Tom Holland to stop refuting me.
Yeah. So you never watch the deleted scenes on any of these movies, do you?
Not unless it's like brought to me in like a video.
Yeah. So with I think the first one, Homecoming, because that had Donald Glover in it. So you remember Donald Glover's character, right? Like,
yes.
So he, in that scene where he like webs his hand to the car and asks him about the thing and like doesn't unweb him, come on, man, I got ice cream in there. That whole scene. In that scene, even in the finished film, he explicitly says, his name is Aaron Davis, and he says, I have a nephew who lives around here. In the deleted scenes, this presumably just got cut for time. There's an extended version of that where they cut back to him later, like still webbed to the trunk of the car. And he pulls out his phone and he calls someone and he goes, "Hey, Miles, I'm going to be late today. I got kind of stuck in something."
Why can't Prowler get off a car?
He's not Prowler yet. He's just like a small time hood.
But like, I just believe in him more. That like,
Well, the web will just dissolve on its own eventually, which is presumably what he's waiting for.
I know it's just like most things in a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. There's no fun showing of a character's ingenuity unless they're Tony Stark. We just kind of sit around and wait for problems to resolve themselves.
I mean, do remember that this is a minor, like, essentially supporting antagonist in the movie. Like,
Do remember that Spider-Man is usually a minor supporting role in his own movies. It's Tom Holland.
that is one thing you can say about this one, whether you like this movie or not. He ain't playing second fiddle to nobody in this movie. This one's all about him.
Fucking 10 fucking years in how many movies? Like, what
I
does he want?
agree, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this
Why are we
movie.
talking about that? We should be talking about that.
Because we have before. I agree. It was silly. They should have taken him in a different direction. Now they are, and now I'm having fun with it.
But, like, at this point, bro, like, we can't just sunken cost fallacy our way through this just because we've already done it. Like, we can just get a new guy.
Well,
We
yeah,
can just get a new guy.
well,
We've
don't
done
worry.
it all
Fucking
the time.
sooner or later, the MCU will collapse in on itself, and when they try again, they'll fucking get another Spider-Man. And
I just don't know why we're so against the new guy. Like, honestly, I know the truth of it, and I'm just gonna say it. It's because essentially a new form of Swifties are forming around Tom Holland and Zendaya, and have been for fucking like 5 years now. I've been bringing this shit up occasionally, and like you can't fucking say a goddamn thing about either of these people without like 10 bleeding hearts coming out the goddamn woodwork telling me some stupid fact or trying to advocate for them or this or that, or telling me how cute they are, or making me look at some fucking video of Tom Holland lip syncing, or being like, "Oh my god, he's so progressive and open minded. Look at this one outfit." And you guys already know the outfit I'm talking about because you've seen the video 20 fucking times.
I have.
So like, I mean,
Yeah, I like Tom Holland. He's a nice dude.
No, he has a cult of personality, and I don't ever see the motherfucker act. The most acting I've seen Zendaya do is essentially be under a fucking RGB light so I know that she's super high while she's making her fucking eyes flutter and talking about having an orgasm. Sorry, you were not a very compelling character in Euphoria. No, listen, I like Euphoria, but she's not a compelling character. Fucking fight me on it. At me, bitch.
If you want to see, there's also just a fucking great movie for other reasons, but if you want to see a movie that does genuinely showcase her acting, both talent and range, Challengers. She's really fucking good in Challengers.
Also, what is up with her name? Did she like share herself? Like, what is going on with that?
What do you mean?
Does she not have a last name?
Her last name's Coleman.
Why do people treat her like she's Cher?
Oh, she used to be called Zendaya Coleman when she was like first starting out, but Zendaya is a distinctive enough name that eventually all you had to say was that, and people knew. It's like Oprah. Like Oprah Winfrey just became so well known that it became no longer necessary to include Winfrey at the end.
And you don't think it's somewhat problematic that we got a cult of personality comparable to Oprah forming?
Well, first of all, I agree with you that it is kind of fucked up. Though I disagree that it's comparable to Oprah because I don't think really
you just compared it to
I compared
Oprah. So by definition, it is comparable to Oprah.
Well, I compared the level of fame, but that's not quite the same thing. It's a distinction. It's an important distinction.
I took your comparison and laid it out in grammatical form, and you just don't like that.
Well, true. Anyway, yes, Zendaya does have a last name, but she's famous enough now and has a distinctive enough last name that nobody bothers to include it anymore. I mean, in some circles, people do that. They just say Taylor when referring to Taylor Swift.
Oh, you mean the person I first referenced as
Yeah.
having a cult of personality and is problematic as shit when yeah.
Yeah. Now,
You
her
are right.
cult of personality is comparable to Oprah.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to point out a thing before it gets worse. And then we're gonna end up with it at Oprah level and they'll be like, who can see the comment, Nick? What do you want me to
Well, I
do?
mean, if that happens, I'll just say, oh, damn, he was right all those years ago. But also, Zendaya's a comparatively unproblematic person compared to, like, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift wasn't originally flying around in 6 fucking jets. You grow that from the cult of personality.
That's actually not what I was referring to, but that is true. I was referring more to Taylor Swift's, like, I don't want to say pandering to conservatives, but certainly, like, very happy to invite the fucking Hitlerites into the fold.
You're, are we even gonna dance around this issue? She's a fucking country music artist from Nashville.
Well, there you go.
Nashville is one of the most closed off, like insular music communities that there is. No, like literally, talk to some people in the industry about it. Those who know. You have to break into that shit. Taylor Swift's dad, who was a fucking, I believe, a radio exec, walked in
Something
with
like that,
half a
yeah.
million fucking dollars to a
Yeah.
fucking record company and said, "Make my daughter a star." She was then just chartered by all the country music people to the point that she is like girl next door to them and cannot do any wrong. A bunch of those people ended up going down the extremist pipeline over the years because American politics.
I know, I was there.
Well, but I mean, she's not just gonna estrange them.
Well,
She's just gonna co-opt it, use it, mold it.
yeah, and, like,
I'm
I,
not
I don't
supporting that.
even necessarily give a shit if a celebrity stays quiet about politics. It's just that in her case, her silence is rather deafening, is my point.
Yeah, but like it never started with art. It started with money.
I know. And that's
So it's gonna
why
end.
I was never the biggest fan of her. Like, she's fine. She's got some decent talent, I guess. Whatever.
I mean, I literally think T-Pain's auto tune equipment has more fucking talent than Taylor Swift.
Fucking maybe, yeah. I don't know. Like, she can carry a tune. She can hit a fucking high note when she needs to hit
Have
a
you
high
ever seen
note.
any videos of her live?
I've seen like SNL or whatever.
Apparently, no. Like, you literally can't carry a tune.
Oh, well,
It's like
then maybe not. I don't know.
But I mean, one, she has like Super Bowl quality equipment at the stage, so it's harder to tell.
True.
But yeah, no, she can't sing, dude.
I mean, I believe you. The only live stuff I've ever really seen more than a second or two of her was like when she was live on SNL. But
Was she on SNL?
yeah, a bunch of times.
She's funny.
Well, she was the musical guest, not the. Though she probably was the host at some point. I don't know.
Justin Timberlake can do all three of these things. So let's not put boxes up.
I hate to say this, like it physically hurts me to admit this, but Kim Kardashian, when she hosted SNL that one time, was a lot funnier than I thought she'd be.
I'm gonna throw this out here. Are you sure you actually like they actually hurts and that you dislike Kim Kardashian, or is almost everything you know about her a carefully crafted image from her reality TV former mom, who literally built an empire of billionaires?
No, I mean I do to some extent dislike her, but like
I guess what I'm saying is I don't think anyone really knows what that girl's personality is like.
I mean somewhat, yeah. Her personality is at least partially, if not entirely, cultivated for the camera, but
Well, that's the persona, but like, so like, what I'm saying is like, am I surprised at her doing anything? Not necessarily, because I don't know what she can do,
well, I'm
and I know
surprised she
she has
was
a lot
good
of
at
talent.
it.
Well, that's no, like, I imagine she has a lot of skills,
Maybe.
just because like
She's
she has a
not very
lot
good
of
at
money.
sucking dick, I know that part. What? I saw the fucking video, so did everyone else. Don't pretend you didn't.
I didn't, cause dude, there's two halves to that thing. I understand you get to see naked Kim Kardashian. You can see naked Kim Kardashian on the internet. I'm not trying to look at Ray J getting his dick sucked. I don't know. I'm just like,
Well, I wasn't so much trying to find it as I stumbled across it when I was like 14 years old, and I was like, fuck it, why not? Let's see. And then I watched like a minute of it, and I'm like, eh. He has to
oh,
pull when they're
well,
fucking. He has to pull out to what?
I'm just saying, I'm glad we have the information from your detailed watch of the fucking Kim Kardashian sex tape 15 years ago. Really hot off the presses, and investigator on the scene of the fucking crime.
The only part of that fucking sex tape I actually remember is the fact that he has to pull his dick out to re-lube every like 45 seconds.
So maybe she can suck a dick, and you just don't remember.
Well, I remember watching her suck the dick, and it's like, I mean, she's okay, I guess, but like nothing special.
You say that like she's supposed to have a fucking world class talent in it. Like, yeah, bro, listen, like if there's one thing world class lawyer Robert Kardashian raised his daughter to do, it was to grow up and suck a mean dick of a rapper with mediocre R&B music.
Yeah, and also everyone said he had a giant dick. He doesn't really. Like it's a decent sized dick, but like I've seen bigger.
Your brain is fucking cooked from porn, dude. That is a fucking that roll. Yo, someone roll back the last 30 seconds. You are fucking cooked.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna look. I'm not putting it on screen, but I'm gonna look because I need to fucking know if I'm crazy or not.
I think just that reaction you just had was like, it's decent, but I've seen bigger. Like, how many fucking porn cocks you looking at, Larry?
Yeah, I mean it's big. Like it's a decent sized dick, but it's not like a fucking python the way people were talking about it. Like people were talking about it like he was carrying a fucking fire extinguisher down there, and it's like, no, that's a bigger than average dick. You know, good for him.
All right, folks. It's great to know. I am constantly reinforcing Larry that he needs to not lower the bar and to instead raise the bar. And I'm glad to know that while for most genres of film, I have not won him over, that it is imperative that we raise the bar and that we hold these standards at heart. But at least for porn, Larry says it's not a big cock.
I didn't say it wasn't big. It's just not a fucking like goddamn fire extinguisher.
Larry ain't impressed.
It's not even that I'm not impressed. It's just not as big as I expected the way these fuckers described it.
Larry says you gotta show up with more. You want to get a blue ribbon at my fair.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel the same way about the Tommy Lee Pamela Anderson sex tape. Tommy Lee's got a pretty big dick. It's not the biggest one I've ever seen. It's pretty fucking big. He steers the boat with it at one point. That was pretty funny.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think I care about either of those celebrities. So why do I care about a sex tape?
Well, I don't super care about them either, but it was a subject of discussion at the roast of Pamela Anderson that I once watched, and so I did some research.
She got to take old biddies.
Less so now because she got the implants removed, and honestly, they look better without them. If we're being real,
I think it was super bad. That was like it's like spitting in God's face.
what, getting rid of breast implants?
Yeah, or getting breast reduction is like spitting in God's face. I think was the quote.
Well, the line is funny until you remember that when women get breast reductions, it's almost entirely due to health problems and not aesthetics. And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's fine then.
Wow, Larry, thank God that you white knighted and fucking said that. Otherwise, I would not have known. And I would have gone on throughout my life really just reinforcing super harmful. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly, bud. What the fuck are we doing?
I'm just making sure that I don't look like a chud.
You look like a chud by thinking you have to reinforce that you don't look like a chud. The way you don't look like a chud is by not being a chud. It's no like you don't gotta have the fucking panel of grass and be like, look, folks, you just gotta look like a dude who touches grass. You don't gotta show them. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, well, does it count as touching grass if I touched it through my shoes? Because I did that earlier today.
you've got the same complexion as fucking Castlevania.
That's true, but it's not helped by using my monitor as my lighting kit.
I had a nickel for every time you said that.
You'd have like 3 nickels.
Nah, man, I got 2 nickels a week, and then like I don't know, probably like a buck, like a solid buck.
I'm sorry that I'm not rich enough to buy a fucking $4,000 professional lighting kit like the kind they use on Scorsese films.
Hey kid, did you realize how they used to make films with like stuff? And
Yeah.
if you're saying to yourself, what do? Buy a fucking candle, you goof. Put some fucking yellow light in the room. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I could. I've just been lazy about it.
Yeah, okay, well, there's the real answer, trying to blame the money. That's how you look like a chud. I'm sorry, I'm not rich. I'm sorry, I only have the $10,000 Lego set, and I couldn't afford the $10 candle.
Hey, I do not have any. I don't think they make any $10,000 Lego sets, except for ones that are out of print now.
Listen, I mean, technically, it could be 10,000 if you look at it on a certain market, but we didn't pay that, so I don't care about appreciating value. I don't respect the housing market.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we were talking about Spider-Man at one point.
Spooter dooter.
Anyway, it's a solid movie. Fucking go check it out. It's got some cool shit in it.
Okay, so I just want to rewind to what I expected this movie or this entire segment to be, which is you'd be like, it's pretty good. And you'd be like, yeah, but fucking Tom Holland. You'd be like, yeah, but it's pretty good. And
Well,
I think that was essentially what we just did.
Well, okay, yeah, if Tom Holland is a deal breaker, then you won't enjoy it. But if you like Tom Holland, the actor, but didn't like the story direction the previous movies went in, then you will like it.
You wanna know what? Here's what I want. Here's my test to see if I like Tom Holland or not. And this is gonna sound like a joke, but I'm not. Give me a movie as him as a Boer.
Boer as in South African?
As in Rhodesian. As in like
That's what I meant, rather.
Well, yes to the region, but I'm saying like specifically make this motherfucker like a fighting ass Afrikaner who like is give me a movie about the backstory of Leo's character in Blood Diamond.
I need to see that movie again.
Where's the diamond? Where's the diamond? Do you see a diamond? Do you see a diamond? Look at me.
So I'm just like out of curiosity, I'm looking at Tom Holland's whole filmography. Because I haven't seen a lot of these, but
like give me a movie where he's doing a different accent that's more similar to his natural one. Give me something where he has to have a range of emotions that are mostly not positive.
I've heard really good things about his performance in the movie The Devil All the Time.
And here's the final deal breaker here. You can't just distract me with a bunch of acrobatics because you spend a lot of time doing gymnastics.
Yeah, true. Though I do give him credit for that part.
Well, is it cool that he did it? Sure. But like, Keanu doesn't make sure that every movie he's showing off the skills he learned for John Wick. He only does that for John Wick.
Yeah, I mean, I am a little sympathetic.
Have the fucking like shooting range scene.
I mean, I am like a little sympathetic to wanting to like show that shit off while you're still young enough to do it. So like maybe that's just what he's doing, and maybe when he turns 35, he'll fucking focus more on the dramatic stuff. But
I can really get what you're saying, but like, if we could have a little more balance, I would appreciate it.
There is actually a scene in this movie where he's about to fight some guys, or more accurately, they're like waiting for him to do something. And he's like, all right, and he does this big whole like 20-second scene of doing all these stretches, and he kind of comments like, hang on, I just got to do this first. I'm not in high school anymore, you know? So, I don't know. It was amusing to me.
Oh, so we're once again. Okay, hey, so do you remember Civil War?
Yeah.
When Tom Holland was doing that annoying ass. Remember that movie ass comedy and let me do throwbacks to the audience and fourth walls.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I'm not in high school anymore. Shut your young ass up.
Well, yeah, that is part of the joke, but
dude. Oh, see, it's a joke until he's out of movie trying to sell. He like wants a Miles. And it's like, you are not old. You are like you.
Well, again, he doesn't
understood.
He doesn't want a Miles. He wants the movie to respect the character of Miles and bring him in when the time is right, rather than just fucking recast another Peter.
Except respecting Miles the right way would be not attaching him to this dumpster fire.
Well, that's a whole different thing. If you don't like the movie, you don't like the movie. But he clearly does.
But like acting like Miles fucking needs the trailer hitch to stand on its own is problematic, I think.
Well, he doesn't need the trailer hitch. I mean, they proved he didn't with the Spider-Verse movies.
That's my point. Is like I think respecting the property is how they did Spider-Verse, where it's just its own thing. Just let it be over there. Stop trying to bring them over here. It's over there. But Tom Holland can't just see black people enjoying a thing. Not getting involved.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure I heard he was good in Devil All the Time. I've been meaning to watch that movie, so he does have some
black people not being able to enjoy a thing because white people got involved. The presidential draft, folks.
Yes, we do have the presidential draft. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else worthy of discussing with Spider-Man that doesn't spoil. That is.
No.
I don't know. I did like fucking Punisher's role in it. I'll say that. I was pleasantly surprised that they managed to take John Bernthal's Punisher and make him feel right despite the PG-13 rating.
To quote Monty Python's Holy Grail, get on with it already!
Yeah, I know. I just want to talk about fucking Punisher. I love Punisher.
Punisher, I hardly know her.
Yeah, he's great in this. Despite the fact that I
haven't seen it though.
Well, you've seen the trailer, so you've probably seen most of Punisher's scenes, but
boo.
I'm exaggerating, not really. It's just that there's one or two prominent ones that are in every trailer, but he's in other scenes too.
You're in other scenes too.
Also, it had a brief appearance from fucking Marvin Crondon Jones, the dude from Black Lightning.
To quote a different scene from Monty Python's The Holy Grail, get on with it already!
You like fucking Crondon. I don't know, man.
I do like Crondon, but I don't want him here. It's like you telling me these people are here. It's like, oh
no. I know. I'm just fucking. I'm not saying you got to go see the goddamn thing in theaters. I'm just saying when it's on Disney Plus, it's worth checking out. Also, not that this is really something we have to discuss for long, but I also watched Office Space, which is a delightful little movie.
Why are you so against the presidential draft? Are you still stalling?
No, I just have these tabs in this order, so I'm going in this order because why not, right?
You can move tabs.
Yeah, I know, but I'm fucking anyway. Fucking Office Space.
You've
seen it. You like Mike Judge? You fucking.
I love Mike Judge.
Yeah, Office Space, pretty good movie.
Pretty good movie.
It's fucking. It's funny to see Ron Livingston that young because last time I saw him was as fucking Flash's dad in that horrible Flash movie.
Red Staples.
Yeah, I'm assuming you know this, but they started making that for real because it was so popular in that movie.
Yeah, because Mike Judge is a fucking is a goddamn cultural icon.
It was God damn it, what was the fucking thing? Like, there's a lot of things that have been said about it before, but there was something else I in particular noticed that I really liked. Fuck it, I'll think of it later. Anyway, while I think, let's do this presidential bracket. This one
Wow,
says
you bring up a movie and you don't even let me say nothing. Just wow, wow,
I
wow,
liked that there's no
wow.
fucking sidewalks. I liked here.
I'm just messing.
Was Office Space? I doubt it was the very first time this joke was ever made, just simply because this joke is too obvious. But in terms of like mainstream, relatively movies that did this joke, was Office Space the first movie to do the skinny, nerdy white guy who loves gangster rap but turns it down when black people are around joke?
I'm gonna try to explain this the best way I can.
Okay.
Mike Judge, um, spent a lot of time in the Midwest. I think the motherfucker's from like Texas.
Yeah.
The joke is just a reality that you see in real life.
Well, I
So,
know that.
so no, so like to a point, I like if you're asking what is the first film or show to nail this guy down, I'm not sure. But like, I don't even think it's like a thing that someone did first as much as we all know about Malibu's Most Wanted.
Oh, goddamn. Mike Judge was born in Ecuador. That's interesting.
Makes sense.
Albuquerque is where he spent his childhood, apparently.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah. That's just mildly interesting. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Mike Judge is like a fucking visionary for thinking of a joke about a thing that we've all seen a million times. It's just like, with a joke like that that's so ubiquitous, I'm always kind of curious about its origins.
I mean, granted, Mike Judge is a visionary, but for other things.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's similar to like you know the Jingle Bells Batman smells meme that we all know.
Robin Laden. Calling that a meme pisses me off.
So, I haven't seen it, but there's apparently a documentary about a guy trying to track down the origin of Jingle Bells Batman smells because he was trying to figure out like we all know it, but none of us know where we fucking learned it.
Okay, so at that point, you might as well track down who said Marilyn Manson sucked himself.
Well, that's also one I'd really like to know the fucking answer to. Like, how did that rumor spread in the days with functionally no internet?
Big Brothers.
Yeah, but like, where did all the big brothers hear it? Like, because that spread across the whole fucking US, if not the whole world, in an era where we didn't have the internet to make things spread really easily.
Probably like the Gathering of the Juggalos and or Trucker Nuts.
Maybe? I don't fucking know, though. It's just kind of interesting to me.
I know I saw a documentary back in the day about they were trying to find like what the fuck is General So's chicken and where that shit comes from.
That's a good question. Who is General So?
He was a general from the Szechuan region.
Well, I mean, I knew that, but like, for the purposes of this discussion, what like who is is it just the general or was there like another guy who used his name for this food? Like
It's pretty much as I understand it, like in the region, they just had a fuck ton of peppers, and so they named it after the guy. It's not like from the guy. It's like
true.
an honor of the guy.
I had a professor in college once who like he was really into fucking spicy food.
Of course he was.
And he's like a fucking big ass like kind of schlubby looking white guy too. Like old white guy. It's really funny that he's like that into spicy food. He kind of looked like Brian Posehn, honestly, but like 20 years older. So he was telling for a while, for like a month or two, he did this like teach abroad thing in China, decades ago.
Larry, I mean, all genders are allowed in school. You don't have to speak like that in this day and age.
What do you mean?
I mean, you can just say teach a woman. I mean, I think that kind of problematic.
I didn't even hear myself say that.
You're the one talking about teaching abroad, and it's like
Oh,
I just.
fuck you. Anyway, he did like a guest professor thing for like a month or two in China back in like the 80s. And he'd always go out to eat with them, and they wanted way milder Chinese food than he did. Well, I guess it's all Chinese food because they're in China, but they liked milder food than he did, so he just kind of put up with it. And then on his like last day as a going away present, they took him to the Szechuan region to like get really fucking really spicy Chinese food. And someone in my class goes, "How was it?" He goes, it was pretty mild, honestly." I'm just like, oh, these poor Chinese coworkers, man. Go on, I see you thinking.
Do you know this professor's name?
I do.
Send that motherfucker a Carolina Reaper and a video camera and tell him to nut the fuck up. Because I call bullshit. Because I just call bullshit. Like, I just call bullshit. I'll buy the pepper. Like, fuck this. Eat this pepper on camera, you liar. You fucking coward.
I think I've still got him on my Facebook. It's not impossible to make this happen.
Oh.
I mean, granted, he is like 85 and retired now, so maybe now he doesn't have the same stomach for spicy
not
food.
85-year-old man. You got tons of excuses, huh? Eat that fuck. Nah. You're too hot for the Szechuan people. Eat this fucking pepper. Eat this pepper, big boy. Let's go. No. I'm offended on behalf of the Szechuan people.
Well, to be clear, he wasn't saying the food was bad or even the food wasn't spicy. He just said that it was like milder than some of the food he'd eaten before.
I could just feel the pride of like, you think you're too spicy for our spicy dish?
Apparently 35-year-old him was too spicy for it. I don't know how he'd do now.
Man was just eating like a PF Chang's in Szechuan.
Fucking maybe. I don't know. Well, this was the 80s. Did they have PF Chang's yet? Maybe they did.
The equivalent.
Yeah. He's also the same professor who I told that story about how he watched All in the Family with his new friend and found out the hard way that his new friend agreed with Archie Bunker.
I mean, like, I feel like you already have to have fucked up in a couple ways if like you end up in that scenario.
Well, I guess this was like a coworker that he'd befriended, and I guess they just never brought up politics in the like month or so that they hung out.
Yeah, but like guy brings up Archie Bunker and like his coworker's like, yeah, dude, I fucking hate the Polish. Like, what?
Well, no, they watched it together is what happened. They and their wives. Go ahead.
I was just like, yeah, you tell them, Archie, those people aren't gonna mess with us, like type shit.
Well, I mean, I might be misremembering every detail, or I might not be accurately remembering every single detail, but if I recall, what happened was they and their wives got dinner together, or went to someone's house and had dinner together. And then after dinner, it was like, still early. So they decide to keep hanging out. And they're like, ooh, All in the Family's on. So they turn it on. And Archie's going off about the Jews or whatever. And then he hears like a grunt, like an affirmative, you tell him, grunt from his friend. And he's like, wait, what, motherfucker? You agree with Archie about the Jews, man?
Do you not?
No. Well, I guess I agree with end of series post character development Archie Bunker, who doesn't hate Jews anymore. I agree with that part. But like Archie's general fucking, oh, Hitler wasn't wrong about everything thing is like, all right, shut up, Archie.
But the space lasers, Larry, the space lasers.
Didn't Israel literally try to build some kind of like orbital weapons platform that was literally space lasers?
I mean, they have one.
Well, it's not lasers, it's missiles, but yeah.
Well, it's not just missiles, but we also have lasers in space, bro.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm not even trying to be a dick, but like, I can build a fucking laser to set you on fire in my fucking backyard, and you're telling me you don't think they got space lasers? You goofus.
Oh, by the way, speaking of tech you like, there's a fucking it's not a major thing, it's just a background detail, but there's a 3D printer thing in the new Spider-Man movie that you would either hate or love, and I can't decide.
It's a gun.
No, it's just Peter has a 3D printer and appears to use it to, I think, do repairs on his suit.
Like, I just, normally I like if this was back in the day when it was techie Spider-Man, it would be cool because it would be like a hobbyist enthusiast thing. But like all I can picture is he just bought like the $2,000 bamboo printer, but bamboo is crossed out and Stark is written on the side, and like he's just using red and yellow filament to fix his shit. And I know that's not literally what's happening, but like
I will say this, there was no mention of Iron Man in this movie. No Stark logo on any tech, no fucking villain who was pissed off by Tony Stark and has taken it out on Spider-Man. It is a Spider-Man story.
only took 10 years and how many
I know. I do agree with that. It did frustrate me, but it was nice. Also, the how do I say this without spoiling? The movie's view of the U.S. government is less than kind.
How do I put this? I don't need a Hollywood movie to tell me I live in the evil empire. I live in the evil empire, but
Well, yeah, but MCU movies tend to be propaganda for the evil empire, so anytime they aren't, I'm like, oh, all right, they're warming up.
I mean, it's not really propaganda for the evil empire. It's more propaganda for their buddies, CC, the Communist Chinese Party, the Chinese Communist Party, whatever.
Or Israel. Dude, I'd fucking love to see. I wish we could like FOIA request the fucking original cut of Captain America: Brave New World to see how fucking racist it was before they had to take out all the Israel shit.
Was there a lot of Israel shit in it?
Well, there's the character of Sabra, so I would imagine the original version was more heavily steeped in Sabra's history. Because in the finished film, that she doesn't even have a fucking superhero name. They just call her actual name, Ruth, the whole movie.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
They also change her backstory to be a former Black Widow, and there's only like one mention of Israel, and it's just there to explain why she has the accent, basically.
Because we fucking love just making Russian super spies. That's fine. Just Hail Mary it every time we want.
Well, they do explicitly say born in Israel in reference to her, again, just to explain why she has the accent. But, like, yeah, she's like a former Red Room veteran or whatever. It was lame as fuck. That Captain America movie disappointed the hell out of me, man. And it's a shame because I love Captain America in general, and I love Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson in particular. So I was just fucking so sad.
That sucks.
I mean, it's not like the worst movie ever made, but it's one of my least favorite Marvel movies, or MCU, I should say. That's the thing. As frustrating as the MCU is, often any individual installment of it is, with one or two exceptions, reasonably competent. That doesn't mean it's like good or creative, but it functions on a basic level.
I guess.
Because, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to shit on some of these MCU movies too, but when people go, like, oh, you fucking every movie they've made has been slop, I'm like, we can go back to making Elektra if you want. We can go back to when every third Marvel movie looked like that.
I mean, they are making slop, Larry, and
Well,
saying, "Oh, do you want to go back to XYZ?" does not mean they're not making slop.
Well, they are, but see, here's the thing: they're serving us like cheap, shitty beef stew on a styrofoam tray. And yeah, that sucks. But hey, we can always go back to eating diarrhea out of the fucking toilet like we used to with Electra.
I how are your standards for porn so much higher than multi-million-dollar films?
Because I don't need to beat off to the fucking Iron Man sequels.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And also, like, my standards aren't. Part of why they're not higher is just because I don't care that much. Like, a Marvel movie comes out, I see it. Most of them I go, yeah, that's fine. And then I move on.
That's
This
the
one was.
definition of slop.
Yeah. I never denied it. I'm just saying we can always go back to when it was way worse.
We can also move on to when it's way better.
Yeah, I know.
But
We
the
did
options
that.
are not just slop or go backwards. Like I don't know why we're making this false dichotomy.
We did. It was called Wonder Man, and it was fantastic, and that's why I was so excited for the Spider-Man movie because it was the same director as Wonder Man. It wasn't as good as Wonder Man, but it was pretty good.
Buddy, I get you like Wonder Man, but the entire future of the superheroes idea in general cannot just be a fucking show about a guy who doesn't want to be a superhero.
True.
We have to actually the future of anything is gone. Like let's be fair.
That is true.
But
and now everyone's pretending he sucks, even because the movie he didn't make didn't do that well at the box office.
Listen, the gun don't miss. That doesn't mean other people can't.
Yeah, and the movie wasn't even a miss. It was just not as good as the others. I saw it. It was decent. It was as good as like a better than average MCU movie. It's got some good shit in it. Fucking what do you want from me here?
More.
I agree, but speaking of more, I appear to have finally found a president's bracket that actually has all of the presidents in it.
Bullshit.
I counted. There's all 45 of them there, so.
Where's Brian Boitano?
Brian Boitano doesn't count because he'd automatically win every fight.
I feel like I want to add a slight upgrade from last time we did this.
What's that?
Pick 3 presidents and give them a special ability.
Okay. Obama gets the Obama Hameha.
I know because I've just been thinking a lot about how Dick Cheney really should have jumped in and beat the fucking brakes off of someone.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't been able to get that out of my head.
All right, let me write these rules down then. Is there a way to put my fucking notes app on screen that doesn't show all my notes to everyone?
Just make a new note.
Well, yeah, but then that would still show all the previous notes on the side.
Well, then you hide that part.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I mean, not that there's anything like super personal in there, but I don't need people going like, "Ooh, what's the fucking apartments thing?" That's something else. Fuck you.
You get an apartment?
No, it was just a thing I wrote down a while back. Okay, so 3 presidents get a special move. God damn it! Can I fucking spell? It's funny. I'm
the Fair One's ability.
I missed the first half of that. What?
George W. gets the Fair One's ability. That's when, right when he goes to square up with you, Dick Cheney punches you in the fucking back of the head.
Yeah, that's what. So okay, Obama Hameha.
Which just put in parentheses, please, drone strike.
True. Drone strike. Bush gets Dick Cheney as an ally. All right, we need one more. Hang on, I'm gonna tell my friend that we're doing this because I think he wants in on it.
See, I feel like we should have 3 each.
Oh, okay, 3 each.
46 of these motherfuckers. 45, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so Obama gets the Hamehameha. Here, I'll move Bush down because that was your idea. So I'll put mine at the top and yours underneath, as things always go. Okay, what's a good one?
You know, it's so funny you say that because I think everyone knows at the top of this relationship, but that's okay.
I mean, that is probably true if we're being real.
That is very true if we're being real, but that's okay.
Yeah, I still love you. It's okay.
Still love you.
Should we give Taft the ability to just like drop himself on people?
You really like the Taft tumble.
Well, it's the only fucking thing anyone knows about him was the time he got stuck in the bathtub, and that probably never even happened. Yeah, Taft has like an aerial. What's that move called in video games where the sumo guy like jumps and bounces and sets off a shockwave?
Jesus Christ, he's a fucking idiot. Taft essentially has an area of effect attack.
Yeah. AoE attack by jumping and setting off shockwave.
Jesus Christ.
All right, we need one. I need one more. You need 2 more.
Oh my god, it's so specific.
Reagan gets the ability to get you addicted to crack. Gives his opponent a crack addiction. All right, what are yours?
I'm gonna go with good old Rough Rider. Can withstand critical damage for a suicide attack.
Like from or via a suicide attack?
He can withstand critical damage and then inflict a suicide attack. Because that time he got shot a bunch on stage and just stood up there and gave a fucking speech for an hour.
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
It's just weird he did that. It's just really weird he did that.
I think it was like a minor wound, so he was just like, eh. Like, it wasn't that bad, or he would have fucking collapsed from blood loss, so. Okay, we need one more for you.
FDR.
What's he got?
He can immediately eliminate fascists and Nazis.
Can destroy.
He can insta kill. He can insta kill fascists. It's just a superpower of his.
Yeah, can one hit fascists. That one hit should be with the chair.
Oh yeah, no. So like to be clear about how it happens, because I'm sure all of you guys are kind of thinking about this. He fucking like, so he like throws himself forward with his arms in the air. As he hits a somersault, he grabs the bottom part of his chair, completes the somersault by smashing it on your head, and then jump ropes himself back into the chair.
Hell yeah.
It's sick.
Teddy Roosevelt should have a fucking lasso and do the get over here.
Well, that likely just happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So these are the presidential special moves. Obama gets an Obama drone strike. Taft has an AoE attack by setting off a shockwave with his big fat ass.
I feel like Taft can't do this every round. He would fatigue himself out.
Well, all of these would fatigue you out, really.
That's true. So there should be one use.
Yeah, presidential one use only. Yeah, Reagan gives his opponent a crack addiction. Bush, I should say W. Bush. W. Bush gets Dick Cheney as an ally. Teddy Roosevelt can withstand critical damage and follow up with suicide attack. Franklin Roosevelt can one-hit fascist with his chair. All right?
Nice.
I'm going to put this way over here and actually use my third monitor for once so that I can still see the rules.
I like how Teddy Roosevelt's special move does not give him a dub, and he's fine with that.
Yeah. Teddy, I forget how he ultimately died, but I know the way he wanted to die was like in battle against some fucking great beast of the land or whatever.
Teddy Roosevelt, one of the few people who were like, oh, he was hunted. Cool.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt wants to die like a Klingon does.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of, I watched earlier the DS9 episode where Quark accidentally kills the Klingon and then has to pretend he did it on purpose.
Talking about the House of Quark?
Yeah. I didn't know if you knew the exact episode title, but yeah. Speaking of, I sent this to you via text. I don't know if you saw it. Whatever other problems I have with Kiko and O'Brien's relationship, the thing I like about them is that they're not fucking doing marriage on easy mode like every other fucking couple on TV.
I know O'Brien's not doing marriage on easy mode because he has Keiko for a fucking wife. But Keiko's doing marriage on easy mode because her husband's constantly running a fucking shit.
But like in that episode, there's the subplot about him trying to help her like find a new career after she has to close the school. You know, that's nice. Like that's just a normal ass plot that could have been in any other show.
Never enough for her. It's just never fucking enough for her. Fuck you, Keiko.
Well, what's not enough for her? She had a job and she lost it.
She could have gone on expeditions and other shit.
Well, at the end of the fucking episode, she does.
Well, it's not anyone else's fault that she crossed her arms like that penguin for fucking 2 seasons going, I'm not doing it.
Well, she didn't do that. She had a job till like the day before she got the opportunity to go on the expedition.
If we're calling her teaching gig a job.
She was doing it full time. It's a job.
She showed up in Cisco's office and bullied him into letting her babysit the kids on board. Shit.
It wasn't really bullying. It didn't take. Not bullied. She manipulated Quark into signing off on it, but
that's bullying.
Maybe, but it's Quark, so whatever.
Wow.
Quark kind of had it. I love Quark, but he kind of had it coming.
That's anti-Semitic.
Quark isn't Jewish. He's Ferengi.
Next Gen made it originally as like a weird thing, so I can just let Quark hate be classified as anti-Semitic.
I will say that
calling Quark hate more anti-Semitic is more relevant than calling hate against Israel anti-Semitic. So I'm gonna stick to it.
Well, that is true, but that's because hating anything is more anti-Semitic than hating Israel. Hating fucking, like, I don't know, Sikhs is more anti-Semitic than hating Israel.
I don't know about that. I think at that point that's a little offensive. But bring back the bracket.
Yes. Okay. Shuffle seating. I'm just gonna do it a bunch of times. Okay. Ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right. First, we got Slick Willie versus whoever the fuck this guy is.
Fucking A. Is that Garfield? Oh my god, you're gonna make me do this again.
I wish they had the fucking names on this. Because I know all the fucking, like, 20th century and onward presidents, because those are the ones who had the power to end the human race.
If you say so, Buckaroo.
I mean, they did.
Whoa. I feel like you should know the earlier ones, too.
I should, but I had a shitty teacher for US1, so I didn't really listen.
Oh my god, Rutherford B. Hayes.
Okay. So who wins in this fight, do you think? Oh, also, remember, the rule is that this is all the presidents in their physical prime.
Rutherford B. Hayes fucked a lot of shit up in the Civil War.
Wait, should it be when they're in their physical prime or what in the shape they were in as president? It should be the shape they were in as president, I think.
Yeah, but then if they get multiple terms and we just get the pick.
Yeah, so like whatever state they were in at the beginning of their first term.
Well, see, no, now you're moving the goalposts. No.
Okay, well, what do you think it should be then?
I mean, like, just like pick a like it should be something along the lines of their prime. Like, just like pick their best their when they're at their best in office. But then
Yeah.
if you have more terms, then you have more options, and it's like then it's a boon for you. So FDR
Yes.
is starting in a good place.
So it's Bill Clinton in like say 1995.
Arsenio Hall.
That was actually earlier than that, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Unless he went on Arsenio more than once, which maybe he
Oh
did.
my god. Don't be a stickler just because you happen to know this one guy. Um. Yeah. No. Specifically, Rutherford B. Hayes is fucking up Clinton regardless.
Yeah, Clinton's a little distracted, what with the whole getting head under his desk or whatever.
It's not even about Clinton. It's just Hayes literally spending his time killing Hicks. Yeah, bro. This one was disgusting to watch. This wasn't even a fucking fight.
Yeah,
This was
Teddy
not even.
Roosevelt.
I'm not even saying words because no, like this is one of those things where they both walked into the ring and you just heard a lot of wet noises and it looked very gross. Oh my god.
It was like the who's the prick who got his ass kicked in the fight recently? Was it Andrew Tate or Conor McGregor, or was it both of them?
Andrew Tate just got arrested. I don't think
No,
he
but before that, he got his ass kicked in a fight.
I don't think it was like not the kind of fight I'm describing.
No, I'm thinking of Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. That's the one I'm thinking of. That was like the really embarrassingly short
How
fight.
old are you? That was a while ago.
That was like a month and a half, dude.
That was 2 years ago.
That was like a month and a half ago.
Dude, are you like are you that old man from the whiskey? Like you have you been sitting still for 10 years?
Well, yes, but that was like a month and a half ago. Anyway, yeah, Teddy Roosevelt gets that one. FDR versus George W. Bush. Okay.
Fun fact: George W. Bush came out the fucking gate using that ability because he knew what the fuck he was doing.
That is true. And Dick
He came
Cheney.
out the gate having Cheney fucking swing.
But here's the question: Cheney is a ruthless, evil sociopath.
Well, no,
he's...
see, this is very no. You are seeing why this is very funny. You are seeing why it's probably very funny. So George W. Bush activates his power, and Cheney comes up to swing on fucking FDR. Except FDR immediately sensing a fascist grabs his hand from behind and hits George Bush with him. So he hits a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Bush wasted it. Bush had the best idea and he wasted it. It's over.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. Cheney is an evil sociopath, but he's also a 250-year-old man who's on his like fourth heart. So,
well, I really feel like this attack would have worked for anyone except FDR, who could literally sense fascists. I think there was there was a very small chance of this particular matchup happening.
I'm giving it to FDR.
Just didn't work out.
That's Calvin Coolidge, and then who the fuck is this guy again? I got a friend who's really into presidents. If he were here, he'd be able to help.
Is that Polk? Am I tired?
I think so. Yeah.
No, it's Pierce.
Pierce, rather. Yeah. So, what do you think? Coolidge? Yeah, Coolidge got some fucking rage in his eyes that Pierce just doesn't.
Yeah, because I just want to remind people that Pierce was a New Hampshire sissy who wanted to be from the South.
You know, I've seen this, like the face part of this image of Obama so many times in so many different weird contexts, I forgot it came from his official portrait.
What the fuck did you think it came from?
Well, I knew it was from like a photo. I just thought it was from like a press conference or whatever. I forgot that it was the portrait. What the fuck was this guy's name again? We saw him like 4,000.
That's James Buchanan. So to be clear, that was the guy who was replaced by Lincoln because he essentially let the South leave.
Yeah, so Obama's kicking his fucking ass.
I feel like Obama's got a lot of anger in his heart about this one.
Yeah, you can see it in his eyes a little. You can see that he's looking to beat the shit out of this guy.
Obama wanted to use the fist on this one.
All right, now this
is interesting because for the first 2 minutes of the fight was just a mirror exercise.
what, like them trying to see which of them would fucking not move with the other? Like,
Because Woodrow Wilson and Joe Biden both walk out, and they both think they're looking at an image of the other, and so they both put an arm out, and they're like, "Wait a minute, how'd they get the mirror version of me?"
listen here, Jack, I don't understand this. We got a former president here.
And then they're like, "How the Ku Klux Klan? I don't want my kids to grow up in a racial struggle. I was showing birth of the nation at the White House. Jinx!" So like,
now this is really what
it's very obvious how this is going, unfortunately.
Well, so this is the mind over matter fight.
Nah, man, because you made it. See, if it wasn't for what you said earlier, there would have been a conversation. Woodrow Wilson is like, as weak as he is fucking that old man up, dude.
Well, that's why I'm curious, because Woodrow Wilson is all physically fucked up, but cognitively was relatively intact. Biden is the opposite. Biden is in, like, even today, is in relatively good physical shape for his age, but his brain is melting out of his ears and he doesn't know where he is most of the time.
I don't even think he's in great physical shape.
For a guy as old as he is, he's in pretty good shape.
What's the baseline for that? Just not falling over?
Well, I meant more like, most fucking 83-year-olds can't ride their bicycle.
He's got steroids on that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, like, Biden was like a health guy when he was young, and he's now reaping the benefits of that in his old age because physically he's relatively healthy.
RFK Jr.?
What was that?
RFK Jr.?
Well, he's not president.
No. I'm just being silly.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, when I say relatively healthy physically, I'm saying that with the enormous asterisk attached, which is other than the stage 4 cancer he currently is dying of.
And also the health defect of being the American president.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, I think Wilson takes it. Because he can strategize. All right, two guys whose names I forget.
I want to say it's going to be the guy on the right. I think that's Garfield.
Yeah, it is really silly that this thing that is presumably made for Americans doesn't recognize that Americans are too stupid to know their own presidents.
Okay, Larry, let's not do the American thing of you literally shifting the blame because you don't know your own presidents.
No, that was the joke. The joke was that I'm acting like other people are the assholes because I don't know that.
Okay, I was right. That is Garfield on the right.
Okay, and then who's this guy?
Millard Fillmore.
Garfield.
Yep.
Truman versus Thomas Jefferson. Oh, shit. Does Thomas Jefferson have his slaves?
No.
Yeah, I think
really funny. We didn't think we were going to let anyone else have abilities. Thomas Jefferson talked to the guy at the front, and like he was like, "Do I have to go in naked?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "So you're letting me bring my clothes?" "Yes." "So you're letting me bring items?" "Yes." "All right, come on." And he brought a whole gang of slaves. So
just clown carring out of his coat pocket.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I really feel like Thomas Jefferson would pull the biggest legal bullshit to win. I don't care.
But logically speaking, wouldn't that then allow Truman to bring fucking little boy?
Here's the thing. Truman tried to bring little boy, but FDR was sitting there and then just went, "He's not allowed to have it." And no one let Truman take it. No one let him take it.
Also,
FDR has to be dead for Truman to be able to nuke anybody.
It is also
thing.
It's also worth remembering that because people aged faster back then, Thomas Jefferson is probably about 14 years old in this photo.
Fair point.
He was also apparently, like, according to a thing I read, very likely autistic. Like, they obviously didn't recognize that at the time, but in hindsight, a lot of his traits are like,
I feel like that's just people trying to reclassify a weird slave owner as autistic so we could normalize his traits instead of demonizing the person.
Oh, no, don't worry. The article also brought that up and made no, what's the term? There were no bones about their stance on that part. They were talking more about his habit of, like, never giving public addresses or letting a live bird fly around his fucking office shitting everywhere.
Yeah, but you might also just argue he was antisocial.
True. Yeah, antisocial wins you a fight, so. All right. Oh, yeah, they're doing the whole left side. So this is Teddy Roosevelt versus, what's his name?
Pierce.
Pierce, yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. FDR versus Calvin Coolidge. I mean, come on.
FDR said kill yourself, and Coolidge just slit his own fucking throat.
Yeah, wasn't Calvin Coolidge really fucking old for the presidency, too?
Yes, he was.
Though, granted, that means he's probably like 55.
He was old at the time.
Now, this matchup makes me happy. Not because I like Obama, but because I hate Woodrow Wilson.
See, listen, you don't have to like Obama, but just for black people vicariously swinging, it's like So for all your Dragon Ball fans out there, Larry, can you pull up a picture of the father-son Kamehameha?
Yeah. If I can, yeah, here we go.
Because Obama got a free use this round through the ancestor Obama Hamaha.
This one?
You can get a way better photo.
Hang on, they have the manga and anime versions here.
Yeah, There we go.
Yeah, Obama's fucking ancestral blood memory kicked in, and like it's like all the fucking avatars talking to Aang.
Yes. No, literally, and all of them press the drone button together. Their eyes all light up.
Yeah. He reaches out for the drone button, and all the hands join behind his hand.
Oh my god, it's the scene in Black Panther. It's fucking great, dude. They're all along the skyline.
All the different black guys are all different types of black guy, too.
Different types of black guys, wild, Larry. I know what you mean, but saying that is so wild.
Well, different aesthetics. So there's like the fucking 80s gangster rap black guy. There's like the 50s civil rights leader black guy. There's like the 1910s sharecropper black guy.
God forbid you just say that there's an assortment of African Americans through the ages. You got to say just the different kinds of black guys, like they're Pokemon. You got to call.
Well, yeah, and then you go back far enough, you get you get like the fucking you got like the tribal like Kenyan warrior guys wearing from like thousands of years ago, holding spears and shit. Like what?
Thousands of years ago, black people were wearing clothes.
Yeah.
The Europeans who were wearing fucking white clothes.
Well, I'm talking like thousands and thousands.
Oh, you mean millennia?
Yeah.
That's millions.
I'm talking like 10, 15,000 years ago.
All the different kinds of black guys, so wild. Like
you go back far enough, you just get like the first man. You get like Anthro from fucking DC Comics.
Are black guys just like flavors of Kool-Aid? Are we like the Power Rangers to you?
Well, all people are like flavors of Kool-Aid, so yeah.
All the different kinds of black guy. Does that include like an albino Jamaican guy going, what the fuck you
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Crondon is in there with dreads.
So you're saying fucking Black Panther's fucking white son is in here?
White son? When did he have a white son?
Black Panther is a white son.
In
Fuck's
the
his name?
comics, you mean?
Oh, yeah, no shit.
Okay, because in the movie he has a son, but his son is black.
Kedema.
Okay, I don't know the comics super well, so I'll just take your word for it that that character exists.
Black Panther got a white kid.
That's pretty funny.
Like the white kid assumed the mantle of Black Panther. So I say this just because every time people made that stupid Ryan Gosling joke, oh, well, when do I get a white Black Panther? You have one. None of you read comics.
Yeah, technically he'd only be half white, but yeah.
Really, Larry? So tell me what that technicality is based off of.
Oh, you're trying to bait me into saying fucking blood measurements or something, aren't you?
No, I'm trying to just highlight that you're wrong because he's adopted. So
Oh, I thought you meant like a biological son.
well, that's an assumption. And that's not good.
So how did T'Challa wind up adopting a white kid?
It's kind of like it's like he was like, but I'm pretty sure he was like with the mom, and then mom has the kid, and then T'Challa raises the kid from like birth.
Okay.
So like I think it's like kind of like a super stepdaddy. I don't know, step Black Panther.
He's the dad who stepped up.
Yeah, yeah. He's the Black Panther who stepped up.
You know what? Fuck it. Every single black guy who has ever lived and died is with Obama on this one.
That is so much less problematic than the first way you said this.
Yeah, no, but I don't just mean every type of black guy. I mean every single
The fact that you
individual
said
black
every
guy.
type of black guy again is so funny.
There's just
type of black guy.
yeah, like there's duplicates of some of them because like obviously some people look like each other and some people have the same aesthetics.
Duplicates?
Yeah.
Duplicates?
Yeah.
So now people who look like each other are just duplicates?
No, they have the same aesthetic.
I thought it was just every black guy.
Well, yeah, it is. But as
That's
a result
not
of
duplicates.
no, what I mean is that because every black guy is there, by definition, there will be duplicates of type.
Stop trying to say types of black guys. So stop trying to categorize black guys. That's the problem.
The song that plays. All right, here. This is how I know this is a good idea. Obama's reaching for the drone button, right? Every single black person who has ever lived and died is with him. He's in the avatar state. And the song that is playing is an orchestral version of I'm Every Woman, but it's going, I'm every black guy. They're all in me.
This is insane.
I'm every black guy. They're all in me. Anyway, yeah, Obama wins this one. No shit. Thomas Jefferson versus what's his name?
James Garfield versus Thomas Jefferson. James Garfield fought in the Civil War recently and has been engaged in farming on his land, literally, like by himself. Thomas Jefferson has been having 20 people work his plantation, or 200 rather.
I was gonna say probably more than 20.
Like, you're really gonna have to sell me on how Jefferson wins.
I'm going to assume he fought for the Union, given that he was allowed to be president later.
That's the thing, because like Thomas Jefferson tries going, get him, and James Garfield goes and just shows the Union outfit, and they're like, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, they all back off. You can't jump Garfield.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way, Garfield works specifically with fuck's his face. Not Du Bois.
Douglas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is hard. What do you think?
You know, I think I picked some really interesting choices to give special abilities to because I didn't expect them all to happen so soon. But you're gonna take them both out.
What do you mean?
I mean, you fucking FDR wins this one and automatically loses his next fight because Teddy suicide bombed him.
Well, yeah, but Teddy can only suicide bomb as a victory. So if he loses, then the suicide bomb had no effect.
Well, no, because he can do it if he takes critical damage, and FDR is gonna fuck this guy up. FDR
True.
is gonna fuck up Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt's gonna go, fuck it, it's FDR, and fucking take them both out.
That would mean I'd have to give it to Teddy.
Yeah, you have to give it to Teddy, then he's gone next round. Because
Yeah.
I don't like it, but that's what happened.
All right, Obama versus Garfield. You think Garfield?
Obama won't drone strike him.
He already used his drone strike.
Well, that was a free drone strike. Woodrow Wilson's
True.
just a free drone strike. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
That's fair. That's fair.
Woodrow Wilson's just a free drone strike. He didn't press the button. All the black guys pressed the button.
Yeah, they all
and just vicariously reached through him and pressed that way. Obama was possessed.
Yeah, he was in the Avatar state. It doesn't count.
It was that time that Kiyoshi showed up and specifically was like, "That's it. I'm slapping you guys for not listening to me 100 years ago."
Yeah, I love that whole time that they're trying to prove she didn't kill this guy, and then she's like, "No, I killed him."
Yeah, dude, I off his ass. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. I threw him in the river or whatever she did. I guess it's the ocean, not the river.
The fucking earth and dropped that nigga.
Yeah, I guess it was the ocean, not the river. But
magma for all I know.
Well, what do you think?
I think Garfield actually takes it.
Really?
So here's the thing. Oh no, fuck. Does Obama have a gun?
No. Well, does he need one? He's in pretty good shape.
It's just that James Garfield does kind of have a special weakness to getting shot.
Well, that's true, but if he has a weakness to getting shot, presumably he also has a weakness to getting the shit beat out of him by a much younger, stronger man. So, yeah, Obama was like not even 50 when he became president. Like, he has dark hair in this photo. I think we just got to give it to Obama.
All right.
Ooh, now, okay, sorry. Okay.
Well, you already know how it has to go because Teddy suicided the last round.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Right, okay, yeah, so Obama gets it again. All right, so now we got George Washington versus, is that Grant?
Yes.
I'm inclined to give it to Grant because well, they're both veterans, but
you're fucking tripping, dude. You're wrong on everything. G-Dub's going a long way in this tournament.
Yeah, that is sadly probably true.
I mean, listen, the guy was a fantastic military leader. And with that, and to be clear, we're ready to get most of that clout from the French and Indian War. In other words, he's really good at slitting throats. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, GW is really good at tactfully slicing you up and killing you.
Plus, he also has, like, the rage bonus from the constant agonizing pain of his dentures.
Also, because we stated that you get to pick up from them for their prime and their presidency, G-Dubs has got a little bit of a leg up on everyone with that.
Yeah, because he was like fucking 19 when he was doing all this crazy war shit.
Yeah, and he also was in there for a while.
Yeah, give it to Washington. Okay, Lyndon Johnson, come on. Is this one even an argument?
Wait, why does LBJ win?
He could just beat this guy to death with his big giant dick.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's Chester A. Arthur.
Well, yeah, but this is Lyndon Johnson, who was a well-known lunatic and fighter.
Both of them are literally well-known lunatics and fighters. That's the funny thing here.
No one's a fucking crazy person like Lyndon Johnson, man.
See, Lyndon B. Johnson was still not crazy enough to get elected. Chester A. Arthur was just the guy there after Garfield got shot, and everyone was like, wait, he's president? Fuck.
Well, that's basically what happened with Lyndon Johnson, too, except then he won an additional election.
But I'm just saying he was able to.
I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, knowing all the shit I know about Vietnam. I think we'd be better off if Lyndon Johnson had stayed in that race.
Huh.
Because I think that Nixon becoming president would have been way less likely in that situation. And it's not like Nixon being president made the Vietnam War be better. So
True.
Lyndon Johnson would just take Chester A. Arthur for a drive in his fucking like duck boat car thingy and then pretend. Do you know about this?
I don't know nothing about this.
You know those cars that you can like drive into the water and can be like a small boat?
Sure.
So Lyndon Johnson owned one of those, and whenever he had visitors to his ranch in Texas, he would take them for a drive and then pretend to lose control of the car and crash it into the river and then reveal that the car was also a boat.
That's fun.
Yeah, there's a HBO movie about him called All the Way with Bryan Cranston, and they depict that at one point. They also depict him continuing to have a conversation with Hubert Humphrey whilst actively taking a shit, which is also something he did.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that.
Oh yeah, Lyndon Johnson was he would also like whip out his cock and piss pretty much wherever he was standing, like unless he was indoors. I'm giving it to Lyndon Johnson.
I don't agree with this. This is shenanigans.
Okay. That's fucking what's his name? What the fuck is this guy's name? What the fuck are either of these guys' names?
You look them up this time. You.
I don't even know how to, but I guess I can.
Oh my god, fine.
No, it's fine. I got it. Presidential portraits. Thank you, Library of Congress.
So, by the way, it's John Tyler on the left, Cleveland on the right.
I thought it was John Tyler. Yeah, okay. I'm inclined to give it to Grover Cleveland just out of spite because fuck John Tyler. But then again, John Tyler was actively impregnating women when he was like 83,000 years old. So, like, I don't know. Maybe that says something about his virility.
I feel like John Tyler just takes it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he went fucking Confederate later on, but.
Well, how do I put this? It took ballsy guys to declare they were going Confederate.
Okay, so that's Andrew Jackson, and then who the fuck is this guy? Is that James Monroe?
Yes, I believe
okay.
So. Also, you have to look up that was Andrew Jackson.
No, I didn't have to. Well, I looked it up to confirm, but I looked at him and I was like 85% sure it was Andrew Jackson.
This man don't know what Andrew Jackson was
like. Yeah, Andrew Jackson, well-known crazy person. I think he's got this.
Actually, did you say that was James Monroe?
I think so.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Did you know that Andrew Jackson was the only president who did not, who preferred to not be called Mr. President?
He's the only one recorded.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he, it wasn't a fucking power play thing though. It's that he was so used to being called General that he asked them to just continue calling him General.
That is not good at all.
No, it's not, but it's mildly interesting in terms of history. That's actually a thing. Remember how the other day I said that I like that the president just wears a suit?
Yes.
Another thing I like about the American governance is the fact that we call the president Mr. President rather than like my liege or fucking your highness or any of that bullshit.
See, you really just want the president to be a normal guy, and in my opinion, that's how we end up with reality stars, presidents. And
I
they
don't
show
want him to be a normal guy in terms of his accomplishments. I want him to remember the fact that whatever he accomplishes, he's still just a guy.
Yeah, but this is just giving the see Warren Buffett. He wears jeans. He
No,
eats McDonald's. Like
trust me, that's not what I'm getting at. It's just, yeah, he works for us. Exactly, A for effort. I like the notion of like a
well, put on a
governmental.
fucking jumpsuit then. Like,
Well, sure, yeah.
well,
My point
I
is,
just don't understand. Like, have him wear a suit. Have him wear some blue collars.
well, that's fine. My point is that it's normal clothes. There's no like special uniform or crown or whatever the president gets to wear. No, Obama shows up in like a business suit because he's here to work. Yeah, he's not a powerful person. He's my employee. Exactly my thoughts. Anyway,
Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing that in theory this is the case, but like,
yeah, I mean, this
I
is
don't
just an
know, dude.
aesthetic
Like,
flourish.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna be ruled by a fucking supreme overlord, I'd prefer he didn't fucking dress like a middle manager at a Walmart and do the equivalent of throwing a pizza party for the country. Because we're all a team here, and I'm just like you guys. Like I get it. I don't disagree with you on like a philosophical level, but like we all know what those fuckers do to us.
No,
So
I know.
like,
It's just
do we feel better having them do it wearing a fucking suit?
one of those idealism things. Like, all right, it really it's not even that it's a good sign. It's that when a country has a fancy pants title for their leader, I consider that to be somewhat of a red flag.
What if their country doesn't have red in their flag?
Really? Yes, sure, whatever. I'm giving it to Andrew Jackson because he'll fucking stab me in the throat if I don't.
Pretty much.
Is there even a contest on this one?
I mean, I am really curious how bloody he made it.
I'd imagine not very. He doesn't need to.
I feel like Dwight Eisenhower hits you once for every soldier dead in Iraq.
I feel like George Eisenhower hits you once, period.
You mean Dwight D. Eisenhower?
Yeah, Dwight D. Eisenhower. I feel like he can take, especially because he used to work. This guy used to work for this guy, technically.
I'm not saying he needed to hit that many times. I'm saying that's how many times he hit him.
Yeah, he certainly would be. I'm sure he'd get a lot of pleasure out of beating the shit out of George Bush.
I just feel like the guy who coined the military-industrial complex would have a lot to say to H-Dub.
Oh, God, I can't even imagine. Hang on, I'm just curious. When did Eisenhower die? 69. Yeah, so he didn't ever get to meet Bush as president. Yeah, by the way, that used to be normal. It used to be normal to leave office and die like within a decade because the job was fucking stressful.
Well, that's just in general what happens. I mean, it still happens.
Less so now, though. Now we have like Bill Clinton, who's been out of office for like my entire life, and he's fucking still going.
But calling him still going is so fucking like
That is true. He is a mummified husk.
like he is Skeletor walking. Like
George W. Bush, actually, that recent fucking all the living presidents video, George Bush somehow was the most eloquent and well spoken of all the presidents in there. Like even more so than Obama. Or maybe they just showed more of Bush. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Eisenhower fucking slits Bush's throat and fucks the hole. Okay. What the fuck was this guy's name? We saw his portrait about 1,000 times the other day.
cool.
Andrew Johnson. Yeah, it's confusing that there's an Andrew Johnson and an Andrew Jackson. And then that guy, James K. Polk. So Andrew Johnson or James K. Polk? Who do you think it is?
James K. Polk, if I remember correctly, worked for Jackson, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so Polk's taking it.
Yeah, so he presumably learned the right spot on a human being's neck to bite and then rip out.
Yeah, well, like Polk learned Andrew Jackson's secret technique of stab them 20 times and then send their descendants on a trail of tears.
I think Nixon takes this one.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Because here's the thing. They both walk up and they really enjoy each other's company. And they hang out for a bit. And they start drinking in the ring and like we're kind of bored. And, like Nixon's 2 bottles deep and then they're just chatting about the wind. And it turns out Ronald Reagan gave him a crack addiction.
Fuck, you're right. Oh yeah, A for effort. You weren't here earlier. We have rules for
Special
this. We have
abilities.
we have special abilities, one use only for some of the candidates here.
You have the Obama Hameha.
Yeah.
Earlier, of course, having the ancestor Obama Hameha when
Yeah.
Woodrow Wilson was on the plate and just could not pass it up. Could not pass it up, so he got a free one. Because you've seen Dragon Ball, you know how it is. Taft, just quality AOE attack. Just think like a good old seal bounce, you know.
Yeah. Reagan gives his opponent a crack addiction. W. Bush gets Dick Cheney as an ally, though he's I think been eliminated. Teddy Rose. What?
I was gonna say A for effort. It's very interesting because W. Bush, his first fight was against fucking FDR.
Yeah.
So he tried to have a Cheney swing on FDR, but as you can see with FDR's ability, that was unfortunately the perfect Uno reverse card.
Yeah, and then of course Teddy Roosevelt can follow up critical damage with a suicide attack.
Obama almost got too.
True. What's that? Martyr? Is that what it's called in Call of Duty? You
Yeah.
drop a grenade as you die. Yeah, that's Teddy Roosevelt's got that.
Martyrdom.
Okay. So you think Reagan takes it?
I think Reagan takes it with the crack ability.
Well, hang on a second. We made an agreement that other than the special cases, the presidents don't get help, right?
Yes.
So Reagan can't win then because Reagan for like the entire second half of his presidency was like sitting in a chair eating applesauce while his aides were president. So,
but it's not about the second half of his presidency. You get to pick him at the best point during his presidency.
True. I think even then he was probably sundowning. Biden needs to have the Biden blast where they both forget why they showed up. True. We should do for President's Day. We should do one of these where every president gets a special move.
How did I get here?
Nixon, I feel like, can tank a crack addiction. Fuck, you're right. That is true. That is true.
I just want Nixon with the crack addiction is mostly why I brought this up.
I think, you know what? I'm going to give it to Reagan because I want Reagan to go farther because watching him get his fucking asshole reamed out will be way more satisfying.
So I feel like, to be fair, Nixon can tank a crack addiction, but he left to go get crack.
Yeah, I think you're right. So yeah, Reagan gets it. Jimmy Carter versus who the fuck is this guy?
That's a turtle.
Yeah. William McKinley. I forgot that motherfucker was president.
What do you think he did?
I thought he was a fucking like senator or something because back in that era, most of the political all-stars were like the senators and shit.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, giving it to Carter because Carter fucking like the shape he stayed in his whole life. 100-year-old Jimmy Carter. Yeah.
He also has tools.
Washington versus Johnson. Ooh.
Bro, I really think George Washington's fucking out Lyndon B. Johnson.
It'd be a hell of a fight. I think we can agree on that one. It's a hell of a fucking fight, no matter who wins.
It is. This is the best gladiatorial match we've seen all day, folks.
Yeah, I mean, Washington, if he wins, he's leaving with fucking scars, like permanent physical scars. Yeah, I'll give it to Washington. He's from a crazier era.
And he's just such a hands-on killer, is my thing.
Yeah. And, I mean, Lyndon Johnson was too, because he was a combat vet, but he wasn't a general.
A combat vet for what?
World War II.
So, like, what I'm saying is, I just feel like there's a difference between most of his kills are probably ranged, and most of Washington's kills are probably with his hands.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thing about warfare, about the increased range, is that the average moment of the battle became louder and really more dangerous and more chaotic, but there was less of like up close and personal stabbing motherfuckers to death. Andrew Jackson gets this one because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, Eisenhower versus Polk. Eisenhower, come on.
Eisenhower.
Reagan. Oh fuck! It's 1980 all over again. Fuck.
Yeah, but we can finally see the thing we always wanted to happen.
Jimmy Carter reaming Ronald Reagan's butthole. I agree. I wish I'd seen that.
I mean, you really wanted to be sexual, huh?
Well, I want it to be hurtful. I don't care if it's sexual or not. By the way, fun fact: did you know that Ronald Reagan colluded with the Iranians to prolong the hostage crisis to win the 1980 election?
I did.
Well, I know you did, but maybe the audience didn't. I can safely assume you know any political fun fact.
Well, not any of them. I just know a lot of them.
All politics are sexual. That would explain a fuck ton about how conservatives behave.
When I get that feeling, I want political healing.
I think Carter wins a physical fight because
it's
just,
good.
you know, I mean, they were both World War II vets, but Reagan was a lot older, aged a lot worse. His brain is melting. He fucking doesn't. You know what? Honestly, I'm saying even in like 1981, he probably didn't know where he was. Not to mention he got shot. That takes a toll on your health.
I just know Jimmy Carter went on to just go and fucking build houses.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter spent the rest of his life making amends for having been an American president. And as a result, he got to go to heaven when he died.
No, he didn't.
Oh, maybe not, but everything about politics is sexual and everything about sex is political. True. I do definitely demand like a detailed dissertation from all my sex partners. I'm giving it to Carter. This is just too satisfying to give to Carter.
It's gotta be good.
Oh, fuck a duck and screw a kangaroo.
Folks, we thought it was before.
Now this is a hard one.
Folks, I want to be clear. We're giving them both weapons. We are loading them up with every single weapon that each of them wants.
That's fair. Yeah, that's the only way to even like begin to settle this.
And to be clear, we're giving George Washington just his good guns, and we are giving him a 5-minute explanation on how they work.
Yeah. Does Andrew Jackson have Old Hickory?
He does.
Okay, fuck. That's that. Oh, shit.
But George Washington has the axe.
Well, he never actually did that one, though, whereas Andrew Jackson did actually beat the shit out of people with Old Hickory.
I mean, we know he had the axe and he was doing shit with it. Just that one particular story isn't true.
When we do the version of this where they all get a special move, you know what Andrew Jackson's special move has to be?
Trail of Tears?
No, better than that.
What?
Picks one of the bullets that's embedded in his chest out and then loads it into his gun and shoots it at you.
I feel like that's just like a thing he did one time.
Well, he did, supposedly. Once during a congressional meeting, he was so bored that he pulled out his knife, picked one of the stray bullets from years ago out of his chest, and then mailed it back to the guy who shot him and said, "I believe this is yours." Of course, that's a possibly apocryphal story, but it's funny, so I choose to believe it.
I really feel like Trail of Tears is a better move.
True. These bullets are curse bullets. They can't miss. Yeah.
Stop.
Well, I mean, I'd imagine Andrew Jackson had, like, reasonably good aim, or at least as good an aim as you could have with those old shitty fucking flintlocks.
I mean, both are good aim, allegedly.
True. Andrew Jackson, I think, well, just due to guns being more advanced and him spending a lot of time dueling, he was probably better with them. Because Washington was a general, so he didn't do all the fighting himself.
See, but the reason I'm hesitant is they're both in an age where the guns are not the killer. The guns is like the first part of the fight.
Yeah,
But
and then
then,
the infection.
well, no, like they're gonna start by trying to shoot each other and then immediately sprint at each other with fucking something big and start getting violent.
Yeah, it's the fucking dueling pistol scene at the end of John Wick 4.
Yeah, exactly. Where like it doesn't end with the gun.
It ends with Old Hickory being used by one of them to beat the other to death. I think Jackson might take it, man. He was just too insane. Then again, what's the bite strength on Washington's fake dentures made of slave and horse teeth, though?
Essentially, what we're looking at here is like Andrew Jackson being the better killer, but Washington's like a fucking Goliath of a man.
Yeah, Washington was apparently really fucking tall for his era.
But it wasn't just tall; he was like brick wall.
Yeah. He wore size 13 shoes, apparently, which is the same size I wear.
And what have you accomplished with your life,
I don't know, worn some fucking big ass shoes.
and how many men had Washington owned by this age?
Probably too many. I mean, any number is too many, but
Well, I mean, it depends. What kind of?
headshots are a no go because his teeth can deflect bullets. True.
I feel like Jackson is taking this unless we give Washington like it's like a of mice and men kind of thing.
Yeah. I think it's another one where Jackson wins but comes away with some new fucking facial scars.
I'll be real. If Jackson wins, I feel like he has to lose an eye.
Yeah. Yeah, he's punished Andrew Jackson or whatever the meme is called.
Yeah, no, like he is critically fucking wounded, bro.
Now this one hurts me, but we all know the answer. I'm sorry, Jimmy Carter, but I have to do it.
Bro.
Oh, fuck me.
Not even, because, like, this would have been interesting if not for the previous caveat.
True. This is punished Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, and he's fucking done, dude.
Yeah, Eisenhower, I think, was younger, too. Or maybe, I don't know. I like,
well, here's the thing. Dwight D. Eisenhower picked up the gun that Washington ignored and shoots Andrew Jackson in the fucking other eye.
So the whole reason, when I brought this up the other day, the whole reason I thought of the whole thing about I like when the president wears a suit is because of this. Because if you know like career military guys, you know how much the military means to them, and you know that they'll wear their fucking dress uniform at any given opportunity. So the fact that he has changed, that he didn't wear his dress uniform as formal wear like you normally do, and he instead wore a normal ass suit, speaks to the fact that he understood the same point I'm making.
Okay, I'm going to counter and say that while I agree with the sentiment in the specific case of Dwight D. Eisenhower, I am not going to apply standards that I give to Dwight D. Eisenhower to any other human being because I might as well just fucking apply Jesus rules to bugs.
True.
Like he was just one of the best people. I'm sorry.
So this is the final fight, which frankly, what else was this fight going to come down to?
Oh.
Obama versus Eisenhower.
Now,
Fuck.
since this is the final, I feel like we should give them a recharge time.
Well, Obama never even used his special move.
Well, I know, but I say this because Eisenhower should have a fucking ability at this stage. He how many people did he make it through?
All the others, so like 40 something, or I guess 20 something.
Jesus Christ.
Does Obama have a smoker debuff? I think he quit smoking. Though then again, like all smokers who quit, he probably sneaks one occasionally when his wife isn't looking.
Okay, hear me out. So, you know how we gave Obama essentially a drone?
Yeah.
I feel like Eisenhower should get a tank.
Either a tank or like a fucking maybe a small arsenal of nukes since he was where that started.
But because he wouldn't ask for the nukes. They'd be like, "You want the nukes? You aren't technically eligible." He'd be like, "Are you fucking insane? Give
Yeah,
me
all
a
right.
tank."
Yeah, Eisenhower gets a tank.
I just say this because you also can't one hit kill a tank with a drone.
Well, you
So
kind of can. If you hit it right, you might not blow the tank up, but you might knock it on its fucking head.
yeah, but you most likely are not. You aren't cheap shotting Eisenhower with your drone anymore. Is what I'm trying to prevent here.
You know, I
Because
actually I don't know if you ever saw this video, but I remember years ago when Obama was still president. Like so this must have been 2011, 12. Um there was this little like hot mic moment between him and one of the French delegates, and normally when you hear that you're like, "Oh fuck, what'd they say?" But it was kind of just an amusing conversation where they were both commiserating over quitting smoking.
but yeah, but we learned that Obama never quit smoking. He just was like ninja speed.
Well, do we know that for sure? Because
Yes, no, we know for a fact now that Obama was pulling fucking packs a day when he said he had quit. He was just the ultimate smoking ninja.
yeah, he probably also quit and went back several times because most people do.
Well, I mean, apparently the big thing was he just like he was getting PR shit. So he just didn't quit. He just said he was quitting.
That's really fucking funny. Like that shows how fast culture changes. That like in less than 4 decades, we went from you can advertise cigarettes on TV to the president smoking a cigarette is controversial.
Well, because I mean, you also got to figure though, he has a team of like at least 6 dudes who are constantly watching his surroundings at all times.
Yeah.
So like essentially they have to just be in on the bit. All of them are carrying packs. And they have to be ready, like if he's like within a certain amount of feet to have the cigarette extended but hidden and available. Sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah,
We
they
do
just have a little
shit.
they have a little eyebrow signal like if Obama goes that means I want a cigarette.
I can just imagine like a lot of like small time drug dealer moves.
Yeah.
Sir. Oh, my Secret Service. How we doing? Gotta
A
keep that.
good evening, gentlemen. Don't mind me. I'm just going to help myself to an American Spirit. Yep. I don't know what brand he smokes, so I just went with American Spirit.
I mean, I feel like there's like a joke here about the American spirit, but I just don't have it in me. Like the American spirit.
That was just one of my YouTube guys. That's his brand of cigarettes. So like, because he's like the only person I watch who still smokes cigarettes. When I think of cigarettes, I think of them.
A couple of my exes smoke cigarettes.
I don't think I've ever had one of those, which is for the best because like, bitch, you stink. Sorry. Like I know that's rude, but like you stink.
Like, how do I put it? People be wearing like perfumes and other things and oils and such.
Yeah, some of those stink too.
I mean, I don't know. It just sounds like you have the nose palette that's equivalent to chicken nuggets.
I mean, you joke, but like, no, not really. It's just, and I don't even mind like the occasional tiny whiff of a cigarette. What I can't stand is when you go somewhere where everyone's fucking smoking indoors. You don't see that as often anymore, but you used to.
I never said any of my exes smoked indoors like fucking animals.
Yeah, I mean that's a different problem. I mean, hell, I only smoke weed, and I still smoke it into an exhaust fan when I'm indoors, just to not be a dick to the other people around me.
I mean, if I smoked, I just wouldn't do it inside.
True. So, who do you think? Do you think it's Obama or Eisenhower?
People of the comments, lend us your votes.
Yeah, I can't. I'm having trouble. I'm leaning towards Eisenhower, but I don't know, man. Obama's got the Obama Hameha. God damn it. Okay, so if Obama uses the Obama Hameha and it like fucks the tank up but doesn't completely destroy it.
That's the thing. Then Eisenhower's hopping out the tank and
Well,
running at.
Would he even need to hop out? Like, can he just point the fucking tank shell at him and boom?
You're right. He can.
Obama's in better shape, but Eisenhower's a killer at heart. Yeah, that's true. But then again, are you a killer at heart if you mostly killed Hitlerites? Because that's mostly who Eisenhower killed.
But like, okay, how do I put it? Eisenhower got so good at killing Nazis, he became like a Brad Pitt character. Where like, listen, we all want him on our team, but I think we can all agree at the end of Inglourious Bastards, it's kind of like a thank you so much for your service. You probably shouldn't be around town anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get made commanding general of the entire Allied forces by sucking at your job.
I feel like if there's anyone who can deal with a drone, it's the military-industrial complex guy. I really just I'd like to think. Do you want to know what I'd like to think?
What?
That like Obama calls in a drone strike, and like Eisenhower fucking like makes him get hit with his own drone.
That is true. I could see that happening.
He's like, oh, we making military targets.
Obama wanted to be a celebrity. Eisenhower wanted to get a job done. I don't know what Obama's intentions were when he started running, but I know that now all he gives a shit about is being a celebrity.
All I know is that movie was way too fucking shitty for me to not be a little upset about it.
Which one?
The End of the World one.
You're gonna have to be a lot more specific.
Hold on. Let me use the interweb. Him and Michelle made a movie.
They did?
Yeah.
I had no fucking clue that existed.
Leave the World Behind.
I've never heard of this movie. By the way, do you know that which of the fucking concentration camps did Eisenhower personally liberate? Was it Auschwitz or fucking Buchenwald? One of the ones that was, I mean, they were all liberated eventually, but one of them was liberated by Eisenhower's guys. What?
He visited Orduf.
I think it was Auschwitz, but whichever one it was, after realizing all the fucked up shit that took place there, you know, because they're the army, they had to go through the village. Eisenhower was like, no, make these fucking villagers look at what they did. March them through that fucking camp and make them look.
I hate that.
They had it coming. Fuck them.
Well,
they
no. I don't mean like that. I mean, like, I just hate the sight.
Well, I know, but that was the thing. He was like, "You fuckers tolerated living next to it for the last."
Oh yeah, no.
Years.
I mean, it's definitely a just desserts. It's just rough, I guess.
My old roommate from college, actually, his, I believe, great grandfather was in Eisenhower's unit, so he got to like personally witness that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think Eisenhower wins this one.
I think Eisenhower takes it.
I'd certainly rather give it to him.
I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I do gotta go.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Fuck those villagers. Let them see. We got to march some of our guys through the ice camps.
I'm not saying not fuck the villagers, guys. I'm just saying that's rough. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, he knows. Okay, so the ultimate winner of the
silly.
Presidential fight bracket. I don't know why it's okay.
Like,
Whatever.
it's just, like that's got to be such a sight. Also, it does suck for the kids though.
I don't think he. I mean, I don't know all the details. I think he was mostly talking about the adults, but
Hell yeah.
I mean, it was a tiny fucking village with like 200 people in it. So
Okay, yeah. I mean, listen, I'm sure if Eisenhower did it, it was reasonable.
yeah, and then, honestly, even if it wasn't reasonable, like, all right, he wasn't exactly in the best mental state. He just witnessed fucking atrocities beyond his comprehension. Like,
I feel like he's reasonable for how he treats Nazis and Nazi-affiliated things.
true. Yeah, I think it was just the adults, but I might be wrong. But yeah, that's our presidential fight bracket. The commanding general of the Allied forces, to no one's surprise, fucking won the day and kicked the shit out of everyone.
Fuck yeah, Dad.
Which, I say good, because if we're talking all the various conflicts the U.S. military has gotten involved in, World War II was by far the most morally defensible one.
Unless, of course, we count the war against the Atlanteans, but such things cannot be reported.
How quick did the current guy get knocked off? Trump actually was not in this, shockingly. I guess they just don't include the current president in it.
Honestly, there's probably a little bit of liability that could happen.
True. And it also, I mean, this isn't specifically for fist fights. It's just any kind of competition, but
Oh, sure.
Honestly, it doesn't matter because Trump would lose against virtually any of these people.
I mean, like, he might lose to, like, Millard Fillmore.
No, he'd lose to Millard Fillmore.
What about, who's 14-day guy?
Oh, 30-day? William Henry Harrison.
Maybe?
No, William Henry Harrison on his deathbed could kick Trump's ass. Yeah, Trump couldn't beat 100-year-old Jimmy Carter. Because the thing you have to remember, because the rule is sometime during their presidency. Well, there was no point in Trump's presidency where he wasn't fucking sundowning and shitting his pants. There was just a point he was doing it less often.
The first time it wasn't a ton.
No, it was.
Wasn't a ton.
It feels less now because we're so used to current Trump, but no, go back and watch the news coverage in like 2016, and every third day was him like having a sundowning moment on camera.
I don't know, man.
He's fucking.
I think he has saw like half a year.
I don't think so. His brain, he doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, now.
No, but even then he didn't really. He was constantly like fucking mixing up people and saying the wrong words when he meant to say another word. He just didn't do it quite as often.
I don't know. But I do know that I will see y'all on Tuesday.
Yes, it is my birthday on Saturday, so this is the last time you will see me at my current age.
How old are you now?
I am 28. It's horrifying.
It's coming.
Oh yeah, do you see him fucking like tap on Lindsey Graham's casket? That was so fucking funny. That was so fucking funny.
It was rough. Like, yeah.
It is so exactly what he deserved. He spent the last decade of his life being the biggest meat rider there is for Trump, and that's the reward he got was that'll do, pig.
Lindsey Graham said it. We're killing all the right people.
He really did fucking say that, man. He said that shit out loud when he knew there were cameras pointed at him. Anyway, good night, everybody. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, yell at Twitter to get my fucking Twitter back. Turn on the bell icon or whatever. I don't know if every platform has that, but YouTube certainly does. We'll be back Tuesday at 8, where we'll fucking, I don't know, we'll discuss whatever's going on.
We're gonna go and rate sex toys. Have a good night, everyone. I love you all. Make sure that you lube up your bad dragon. And I'm just saying, AC and DC are not the same thing. I don't want you getting shocked. Fuck you. God damn it. You shocked
hey, Zoe Bowie, good night. Good night to you too.
Hi, Zoe Bowie. Good night, Zoe Bowie. Bye.
Good night, everyone.